Yeah, now no one's saying anything. Welcome, guys, to the ESA Cup Season 9. My name is Kalstrin. I have not been here for a very long time. And together with me today is Amguns. Hello.
Nice to see you guys. How's it going? It's good to be back on ESA, back in the on the home ground, on the home console tournament. So it's good to be back.
Is it your second or your third cast now?
Second
This
for
season?
console. So
Second for
second for
console?
console on season 9. Yeah.
All right, great. So, very nice to have you back.
Thank you very
We're gonna
much.
have a banger match today. It's lower
I
bracket
hope
round
so.
one still. We've had lower bracket round one yesterday, LDL versus PBX, and today it's QuQ versus MG WiT. Two former brother teams now playing in two different orgs. QuQ recently switched to Valor. Yeah, and I think it's gonna be a very, very good game. Guns, what
I
do you
hope
think?
so. I hope so. This is these are playoff games. It'd be good to show you guys the bracket so we can take a look at what game this is. But this is people are fighting for their spot through the lower bracket. So you could say both of these teams are in G2 situation. They're in their lower bracket. They're deep in the lower bracket. They're fighting their way back to get into that final place. So we should have a really spicy matchup for you guys today.
And no time for content matches though, so
Yeah,
not really a
unfortunately.
G2 situation. No, but yeah. Overall, it's gonna be very great. But let's look at the prediction. What did we and, of course, the community say? What or who is gonna be winning today? And yeah, it was pretty steady. It was on the production team at least. WiT took lots of votes, with the exception of Rednex and Lennox. So yeah, I feel like if Rednex says something, it's probably gonna be true. So there's a big jinx factor in, yeah.
He's been
And
pretty good with his predictions so far, has he?
yeah,
He's normally on it with his predictions. I was
I
gonna say
mean
it's a
he's
heavy matchup towards Wit here.
yeah, it's
It's
I mean I would suggest, like, if we're gonna talk about predictions, I'm not in that production feed, right? But I would probably go with the WiT as well, if I'm honest.
gotcha.
Although QuQ is I'm gonna predict three matches or three maps, and it's gonna be very close, but I'm gonna say WiT gets this here. Nonetheless, yeah, it's gonna be a very
I
a
was gonna
big
say just to play devil's advocate, I will be supporting Cook just to keep the stream balanced.
yeah,
So we've got
do
one
it,
of
do
us
it.
supporting each of these maps, supporting each of these teams. Sorry. So you can see on the screen we've got the maps here. We're going to be going to Clubhouse, Sky, and Border. I'm excited to get to see Border. If we get to see Border, I'll be very excited because it's the only attacking map in the lineup for us today. But we have got Clubhouse ready for you. So we will be jumping into Clubhouse right now. Here we
Yeah.
go. This is it. Are you excited?
Default map, guys. Clubhouse. I love Clubhouse.
The only problem
So
with this map is, as you say, it's a basic map. Like
yeah,
everybody knows how to do this map. Like it's basics.
yeah.
It's
If you
just
get it,
back to
if you get a three
basics.
three out, it's okay. If you get a 2-4 out for defense, it's decent. And if you get a 1-5 out, it's good. And the other way
Yes.
around, if you get 4 attacks, you can already, like, go
You can
AFK.
call it quits. Yeah, you can call
Yeah,
it quits. You're already winning.
yeah.
But we are going to see some of these bans here. It's interesting to see that both of these teams don't want to play against shields. So even though they have been nerfed this season, they're still pretty strong, I think. I think they're still in a pretty good
Yeah.
place. I think they're more balanced than they were, but they're still very annoying. So interesting to see that neither of these teams want to play against shields. But it'd be interesting to see if we see a Blackbeard. Obviously, with the rework, he is interesting to say the least. It'd be interesting to see if any of these teams want to use the Blackbeard. But on the defensive bans, what do you think? Any impressions from the defensive bans?
I mean, the defensive bans in general, like, for the whole season now, like, it's been 3 days, but they haven't really changed, right? There wasn't a big impact on any huge defender operators. At least the ones I read were not as big. Of course, I'm always just a gold plat playing on PC, right? But yeah, it shows in these bans, right? You have kite ban, you have mirror ban, two basic basement, anti-basement bans. I don't really see a big issue. I don't see anything that would be out of order that I wouldn't have expected this
Yeah,
time
both
around
of
last
these
year.
I was gonna say the K ban especially, because like if you want to get that motor hatch open, because Tabaro is available as well, it's just annoying, right? Like if you just don't get these hatches open, if you don't get some of these like walls open because of the sheer fact that you have to go find where the K claw is, it just makes it really annoying, right? And then Mira, she's basically goated on like every single objective on this map, so it makes sense why she's not available. It's quite obvious, as you said, it's pretty routine, right? This is expected. Everyone can sort of see what's coming. And yeah, we should have a pretty good game on our hands. I love this sprint animation, by the way. This is completely a bug. I don't know if you've noticed it recently, but yeah, like these operators just move really funky at the start of the rounds because Lord knows what Ubisoft cooked, but the sprinting animations now look really different. I don't know if you've noticed it in your games, but it just looks really strange.
Well, I didn't play this season at all.
Gotcha, so keep an eye out for that. You'll see the animations look a little bit funny
I've
when...
seen, like, in ESA yesterday.
We are going to see an opening engagement come out. This Goyo's decided to go for like a massive lurk. And it seems like they've got huge info that this lurk's happening. You've got 3 players stacked up from the side of QuQ, as they're going to get a freebie onto the Goyo that's really good information game coming out from the side of QuQ to get them the opening pick. That opening lurk just not really working out for the side of WiT there, as QuQ were wise to what was going on.
Yeah, there must have been some drone there, either watching him go into that spot or maybe even like checking him out actively.
But they gotta go get the trade.
Bank just now, he's able to find the lurk on Larry. That's actually quite important about getting the return.
I was going to say trades coming up for both teams there. We are going to see the Blackbeard, which is great to see, but this round sort of exploded midway as both of these teams are going to find trades back and forth. It's a shame they have now lost their verticality operator. Oh, the C4 is not going to find its mark, as the nade's going to be thrown back as the Warden is going to be able to run away with the C4. But very aggressive roaming strategy coming in from the side of WiT, as they are playing all three floors of this map. And now the question is can we hunt this player down, or do we ignore him and hit the site? Well, Blackbeard, it looks like he's going to melee him in the face. He is going to do exactly that.
Shinji,
he made it into the shield.
Shinji got the kill on the Blackbeard because Mankai actually first looked for the right side, not the left.
So he's just meleeed him in the back.
Enough time, yeah.
Crazy.
But now we only have 2 minutes over, and there's like only 4 people left. So I would have just wanted to say that the first 2 deaths by WiT were okay actually, because they didn't lose many util, only roams, right? They lost Goyo and what's his name
Vigil.
again?
Vigil.
Yeah, thank you. So it wasn't as important as losing the Dokebi and the Ram actually, but now that Supper's coming to play, it's Vessi getting a trade, Isan getting a trade, and now...
He's got wacky audio. Honestly, the fight comes in, that's a scruffy fight coming in from these last 2 players. But yeah, Ram not quite getting the right audio, as Malusi getting the better of the audio there. As the Malusi will find the 1v2, pretty sure. So it's a great round to open up for WiT, as they are going to secure their basement victory.
Yeah, the usual. I think Vessi was the one still remaining. I've got intel sources telling me that Vessi wasn't even supposed to play today. But Blacklist had a short-term, had something to do. So the old captain can't enjoy his retirement home. And
they brought him back from the dead. They brought him back. They needed a player, and they're like, bro, we need you. You've got to get back in.
No, he's like that one, like when you go like to kindergarten and there's this one hella old like kindergartner. The one hella old like grandma.
The veteran.
Kind of
yeah, the oldie.
That's
the
been
oldie.
there for 30 years. That's Vassi.
Gotcha, I'm with you. He's the veteran. He's been there a long time.
Yeah, but he's keeping them together like his little group of children, right?
Yeah, he's the glue. He's what keeps that team together. He's the, what do you call it, the support player, basically. He keeps the morale up, keeps them together.
Yeah, if he would have been there, they would have disbanded like 2 months ago. That's facts. And I think all the community would sign that.
Gotcha, makes a lot of sense. We are going to see.
Them. That's the funny thing.
Even they would back it up. Interesting thing to note here. They've reinforced the con wall off, so like a lot of the times on this bomb site, as I'm sure you're aware, we normally see a cache extension. is what are your thoughts on just not playing cash? Like they're just not extending that far. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, that's very great if you want to do something like this, but that unfortunately doesn't work. Thank you.
Honestly, you've got to win
not having
those.
intel.
If you're going to left like that, you've got to win those. Ace has just won an amazing gunfight to get his team the opening kill there.
That was a very early flank, in my opinion. Like he could have waited out half a minute more in lobby, maybe, and that would have been something great. Although it's Kyron getting a kill on Shinji now, though it is okay. Turn is
The
getting
defense
Ishak.
is... They're full
Larry's
sending
gonna
it.
be defended with all of their lives. Insane.
I was going to say, moving into this 5v2 execute, I think the side of WiT have just full sent it after they got their man advantage. But this is where we need to respond to the aggression, as they should be able to find the bandit. The bandit's actually going to turn on the player inside of cash as we move into this 4v2 execute. But this is really, really well played from the side of QuQ to get themselves the advantage. You saw the shotgun kill down the sledge, but there was a great trade from the roof coming in onto that player, which is what's given us the advantage as we move into a minute 20 left on the clock. Like, there's so much time for them to work this execute. They don't really need to rush. They can basically just take their time, find out where these players are and how they want to win this round. The diffuser's on low HP, so interesting to see if they want to go for kills or if they're going to try and get that diffuser down.
Yeah, can we talk about that MP9 loadout by Isan, by the way? Iron Sight and Silencer. That's the way, guys. That's the
Style
way.
points. Style points. Bandit Iron Sights are clean though. Like, they are one of the best Iron Sights in the game. I'm a big fan of these Iron Sights as well.
Actually playable ones.
But also, you get the faster ADS as well now, right? So, like, now that you've got the Bandit Iron Sights, you don't have an optic, you can ADS faster, as that's not going to help him when he loses the gunfight to Ash, as Ash is going to stroll into the bomb site. She's going to find the second as well, and the Ash doing really well to entry to the bomb site and find the last 2 kills. That faster ADS not helping the Bandit win that engagement.
Yeah, but I mean that was around QuQ, I'm gonna phrase that better. Lots of things went in the way of QuQ that WiT just wanted to give them. Like, they didn't play cash, as you mentioned, which would have been a great idea if they actually got that lobby flank going down, because that would force QuQ to go into cash, like solidify that more. And if Vanquish would have just waited half a minute, maybe, he would have gotten 1, if not 2 perfect kills just standing around there, because they would have already extended into Red Floor, into CC, into Cash, and not have taken care of Garage at all. And like on the other hand, they had this down on Larry that I think Ishak wanted to secure, Isan wanted to secure, and Shinji got the drop. So yeah, that was an unfortunate extra kill they didn't need to lose. And I'm getting cold actually, so Guns, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna need
Yeah, no problem. I'll cover it for you while you're going to take that. So you're just left with me for now. But this is interesting to see what adaptations we can see coming in from the side of QuQ. From the side of WiT. Like, WiT basically gave up way too many opening picks in the early round, and I'd like to see a little bit more discipline coming out from these teams. It's just a case of, like, as my casting partner mentioned, we don't need to contest things that early. Like, if we want to go for these flanks, just time them well with your team, try and anticipate when the execute's coming in, and you can see Castle, he's playing a lot closer to his teammates this time, which is really good to see. And it looks like the main defense is going to be in this connector. We're not going to, instead of burning time in cash, where you can be pinched out pretty easily, we're looking to basically stop the attack in connector. So you can see the Sazami is sort of the WiT edition. It basically means that the highway players can't put pressure into this con area, and then they just can't get to logic. Reason you have to basically full send it through the windows. And as you can see, the plan is basically working. We've given them full cash control, and I'm basically saying to the offense, come at us. Like, our defense is what it is. Ace shooting off of his own charge, a nice pre-play C4 coming in from the side of WiT, as that's going to open up the man disadvantage for the side of QuQ. But QuQ just looked like they're stalling out a little bit, as that aggression is going to be punished once again, as the highway players not having any of it. Bandit, that's twice he's tried to get aggressive and just been punished for it. So this is where the defense are going to start really feeling the pressure. Because you've given up cash completely, this highway side is completely free for the attackers to use. So, like, the question is now is how comfortable can WiT be in these anchor positions? Can we hold on to these key positions and deny the plant when this execute comes in? But this is where, for QuQ, we need to see how we're actually going to get into the bomb site. If you look at this on the bottom left or at the top left, there's only 2 flashbangs left for QuQ to get into the bomb site, as Azami's going to punish one of these highway players, and they find a second as well, as this 4v2 is now looking amazing for WiT, as the attack's just stalled out completely from the side of QuQ. Ash is creeping up, looks like going to be up the main stairs to try and get a lurk into the bomb site, but these last 2 QuQ players have got a real mission on their hands. And the Fenrir is going to give the game away. Interesting to see if they Ash could find anything, but elsewhere the Flores has been found, and now Ash is in a tough 1v4. At least she's full HP, but not a lot util to work with, and I don't think the WiT players are going to get very aggressive. I say that though, Azami's gone hunting for this player. That's going to be a freebie for Demise, but I don't think these last 3 players are going to be moving anywhere. Nice, that's what we call an info peek. Azami's just gone for a wander just to see what she can find, and she's found the wall through. She's found the wall bang as well onto the mute, and this is where it's looking a little bit dicey. There's 10 seconds on the clock. Can Ash make this work against these final 2 players? They should have a crossfire set up on this doorway, as Ash maybe finds the first, is not going to find the castle, and the clock is going to be the enemy and run out the round for us in this 3rd round. So yeah, pretty good round if you're the side of WiT. It's a nice little adaptation to make sure we don't give away any early picks. And yeah, it's a clean round coming in from the side of WiT. Nothing much. I don't think QuQ did anything bad. I think it's just that Con extension just absorbed a lot of the utility that was going to help them execute into the bomb site. And yeah, that was the main problem faced by the side of QuQ. So hopefully, QuQ moving back to attacking basement. Their first round, the only win that they've got so far, worked out. No, sorry, they lost this again first time they attacked it. And Lucy clutched that nice little round in the first round we saw. So it'll be interesting to see how QuQ want to adjust. It was a very aggressive setup coming in from WiT. They were playing a 3-man roam game upstairs, which was like sort of dealt with by QuQ. It was lots of trades coming back and forth the last time we were on this bomb site, sorry. And interesting to see if WiT want to continue with the level of aggression they've been playing. We've seen, especially the first time they defended this, there was a lot of people off site. There was the Vigil, the Goyo, as well as the Warden, all holding above, trying to be aggressive as possible to stop the attack. And this is where it'd be interesting to see if QuQ can respond to that aggression. Looks like Goyo and Vigil will be roaming this 3rd floor, same as they were before. So again, but the advantage for QuQ is they had really good info game. They had a lot of yellow pings, they had a lot of info to basically let them know like where the defenders were roaming. And it'd be interesting to see if we can get the opening picks again from the side of QuQ. So yeah, we're just chilling out top red, waiting for the drones to come in. We've got Vigil holding his fullback inside of stock. So as you can see, the drones coming in from the garage side. It looks like it is going to be a top-down clear coming in from the side of QuQ. As it looks like Goyo's played this perfectly. He's just managed to avoid the drone and sneak his way into CC. As this player in Rafters seems like he has no idea. IQ's also just somehow bottom kitchen stairs. I don't know how they've managed to make it there without spotting this Warden. Drones are going to come up and this Warden's going to be spotted out. But this is where hopefully the communication is going to be there from the side of WiT. Bandit knows that nobody's come top floor. Sorry, Goyo knows nobody's come top floor. As Blackbeard's going to take some damage elsewhere. The first pick coming in from the side of QuQ, the 2 players low HP. And IQ's going to try and creep her way up these stairs. Thinks better of it as this Warden shotgun is waiting for her at the middle of the stairs. That's a crazy wallbang coming in from the Goyo to leave him on 1 HP, and this is where hopefully they make the smart decision and try and fall their way back to site. But again, the defense finding picks elsewhere on the site, as this Blackbeard's gonna have a real fight on his hands. These players from top floor come back down, and this is where it's gonna be. We need to see this Blackbeard react. As you can see on top of your screen, these players are coming in for this flank. Oh, sorry, his teammates are securing above him. And it'd be interesting to see where these 2 roamers find their way. It looks like Vigil's managed to find his way back on site. No, he hasn't. Yeah, two players still on this top floor. It's basically a 3v2 on site if they can move fast and try and realize that these top floor players are still top floor. So you can see here, Ram very cautious of these guys still being above. But this is where the flank can be huge later round. Looks like the calls come in to hit the site, but Blackbeard's going to lose his life as the entry comes in. It's all down to the last 2 players as they're going to hit blue fast. This is where the flank should be coming in. But it's not even required as these 2 site anchors find their man. Fenrir's going to go down, leaving a 1v2. Yeah, current 1v2 with Goyo on 1 HP, and they're not going to find anything. The aggression from WiT is really paying off right now. Yeah,
it's that aggression. I love it on console that if you just it works on PC as well. If you are the aggressive team, you're the proactive team. It really, really pays off. As my caster pair was saying earlier, if you can get a 4-2 split, especially on this map, you're doing really, really well. You're doing, you can basically, you've got the advantage going into your attacking half, and giving you a little bit of statistics coming from Montreal Major. This map is pretty much 50-50. It's like 55-45, I believe, is the statistics for this map. So ideally, you're looking for a 3-3 split on the attack. Getting a 4-2 split, you've got to say the advantage goes to the side of WiT. I'm trying to see if there's anything cool in the setup for you guys. I like the shield placement in Lounge. This is going to let us contest the entries in below if that's what QuQ decide to do. But this is going to be the first time that we see a CC hold coming in from WiT. So this is going to be a strategy that has not been seen before by QuQ. They have spotted out this shield below. But the other problem is we have a clash on the board. We saw in one of the previous games from ESA, this clash can be such a nightmare to deal with. On Skyscraper in our game on Tuesday, that clash was used to amazing effect. So it'll be interesting to see what the dynamics are going to be with when we get to dealing with this clash. I'm a little bit worried because if you look along the side of QuQ, we haven't got a Zofia, we haven't got a Kali, we haven't really got like any direct counters to the clash. You could maybe argue the Blackbeard nades, but like if that clash hasn't been spotted out by the side of QuQ, they're going to have a real problem trying to clear this, trying to get into the bomb site and get the execute. Bandit once again taking some damage early. I think his aggression, his job is just to be a thorn in the side of the entry work. But it looks like we are going to see a split take coming in from the side of QuQ. I like this. You can basically just send the Maverick to trick the main wall. He can get it on his own pretty much, and the rest of his team are going to look to make entries into the master side. And Bandit's also rotated himself over to get a bandit charge onto this con wall. This is a really good adaptation from him to make use of his gadget. They are going to send the Twitch drone in, and it is going to get shot out before they can get the wall open. And this clash on top red is going to give them so much information when this execute does come in later in the round. But again, a nice entry work, and they get a double for their troubles as QuQ find the first 2 in the round. And this is where the man advantage could be the win condition to help them batter this clash that's playing top red. Clash is trying to push all the way up, and the Zombies and Tabaro both playing behind this player, as they're going to give up a lot of control here, as you see attacking players all stuck up around Con, the green wall getting open. This is where we just need to try and spread ourselves out and pinch into the bomb site. There's only 3 players left. Just cut down the angles the defenders can play, pin them into this area. It looks like they've realized that they are pinned in top red. This entry coming in from the Blackbeard, who's actually going to lose the gunfight on the Tabaro as he tries to aggress onto that top red. But now they have the other bomb site. Twitch getting another kill in the round. We're going to see a trade coming back. But his teammate has been down, and this is going to leave Azami in the 1v3. Looks like the cover's in place as they've told the Thermite he can get this bomb down, and Azami's have a real mission to try and find these next 3 kills in this round. Impact's going to about just tickle the Thermite who's just planted on the chassis, but the defense playing this really smart, not giving this Azami anything. As I say that, if she finds the first, almost finds the second, it's now a 2v1 with a Deagle out. Can she find this Thermite to sort of get... She does! And it's now become a 1v1 as Twitch is on the aggression. She is going to trade this kill back finally, but that was a lot closer of a round than maybe they would have hoped, but they will get their second attack into this game. Oh, excuse me, just had to take some water there. But yeah, this is looking good for QuQ. If they can secure this round, they'll have that 3-3 split that we spoke about. And I don't think either of these teams are playing that badly. It's when WiT can put that aggression on, QuQ are just responding to it really, really well. It's good to see that QuQ have been able to respond to this aggression across numerous rounds. But now we are going to be going back to Gym. So it looks like Gym is the preferred site, along with Basement for the side of WiT. And looking at the lineup, they've brought basically the identical lineup to what they brought before. I like the adaptations being brought from the side of QuQ. They've identified that it's this is the site it's going to be. We've got the sledge to be able to deal with the castle barricades and things of that nature. And I think, especially on this map, if they are going to go for a cache over, like we have seen before, I would like to see QuQ go for the jacuzzi wall. We haven't seen them make a play for that jacuzzi wall yet. They haven't had that additional pressure, if you like, from the other side of the map. And their take's been pretty linear, you could say. It's been, all the pressure's been coming in from highway, which lets the lets the defenders read into you. So it'd be nice to see if they can rotate some members over and get the jacuzzi wall after they clear these castle barricades. The only problem is though, we've got a sledge, not a Habana. So the second castle barricade in gym is normally the biggest problem, because you either have to nade it, it's just not as clean to clear without the Habana. Ash again, once again, going for the same lurk as she's done every round. She's probably going to work her way up basement if she can. We just need to give her time to get into position to flank up at the same times when the execute comes in. One of the problems for Cook is they've been losing bodies too early to let this Ash get any value, and that's why she's been left in a couple of clutches so far on this round. But now, I think my caster pair is back.
Yeah,
So welcome
I'm
back.
very sorry, guys. Yeah, I've got a very important call. Let's just
I was going to say, everyone has our reasons, but it's good to have you back now.
And yeah, now I'm back, but I've seen there's been some stuff happening. It's not like I didn't watch, right? But
Honestly, Cook's been doing well. They've been responding to the aggression really, really well. So I was just saying, it'd be nice to see if they also want to go for the Jacuzzi breach as well as the breaches on this side. They've brought the double hard breach, but we haven't seen it so far. So I'd like to see, hopefully, they go for the Jacuzzi breach as well as.
I see one big issue now with the Jacuzzi breach not being open. You've got almost 1 minute 30. Excuse the coughing there. You've got almost 1 minute 30 down. And they've just now opened Logi Hatch. They've advanced close into construction, but that Jacuzzi breach is not gonna open anytime soon. Especially because they have a Twitch here, but that Twitch is not gonna work out that well with the active bandit going on. And also there's a mute jammer close to the Logi office, causing more and more time issues. Now the construction breach opens, but on the wrong side. And
how have they found the sledge? Like maybe through the floor, but that is going to be the
It was a trade.
Ah, I got you. Trade. But they have managed to res the Fenrir. This is where, as the defenders, we've got the mute is prone, playing off this information. We've got the Fenrir and the mute double stack to hold this Logi position, as the attack has stumbled out, as they will find one as they make their way into the bomb site. But Fenrir cleaning house, as the mute's going to trade his teammate. He's going to find the ace as well from that prone position. And that's a clean defense from the side of whatever it takes, as they have a clean sweep in the kill feed, sending them to a 4-2 split on their half.
Yeah, I mean, Shinji there, real power position, lying on the ground, getting the double headshot kill, the double shotgun kill, and that's just really, that's which how we like them, right? Like a little bit cocky plays. They're all on the younger side, except Vessi. That's the second old reference I'm making now, but he has to live with it. I told him I'm gonna flame him if he plays. No, but the whole roster of whatever takes is on the younger side, I'd say. Like Ishak, for example, he's like barely 16, and that means they're pretty new to comp, but they've been hotshots. Yeah, they've been hotshots all their let's call it careers, and yeah, that's what makes them, right? Like those cocky plays, confidence. That's just gonna scream, yeah, we are here and we're gonna win this. So that was a very nice move there, very nice power play, and yeah, Cook, of course, not to rule them out. Cook, lots of experience, also lots of experience playing together already. They've been together for, don't let me lie,
I can't help you out here. You're gonna have to.
2 ESA seasons at least. Yeah. So Cook was always an E-Wave nemesis.
Gotcha.
And so that's what strikes me personally. Because we've had that one game against Cook in early group stage. Back then it was not groups, but first Swiss stage, actually. And we led pretty good, and then we fucked it up.
Gotcha.
And
this is I was gonna say, just to interrupt you there quickly, it looks like we've got a full bunker coming in from the side of Cook. Very different strategy coming in from them, as they basically full bunkered. So are you a little bit worried that, like, if they're giving all this map control away, that they're gonna leave the attackers with too much time as it comes to the execute?
No, it's a like basement clubhouse is the perfect example for bunker strats always work. You can play 5 people on side, if you do one risky play, get the benefit, get one kill on the attackers. Like if there's only a 5v4, like in favor of the defenders, the attackers won't be able to do much except for individual gun skill. And that's just so bunker plays, especially on basement clubhouse. I'm a very big fan, actually.
I was gonna say this is the most defended favored map, or sorry,
Yeah.
most favored bomb site on the map. There we go.
Yeah, and also it's like it's the perfect example. You have the time on your side. If you don't let them on your side, you are fine. But yeah, speaking of it, Supper following his trend, 1-7 on the counter now. Not having his best map right now, but sure he's gonna.
They're finding the entries, like the execute's coming in and the defense seems to not be able to respond to the problem. As the kill feed's all orange, it looks like it's gonna be a flawless round. As Goyo's now been pinned into this back iron position, the pistol whip on the floor is gonna give up the flawless round.
Thank you, bro.
I was gonna say, you got a little bit cocky
Like
there with
that was just like, oh my
not
god.
not needed, but he was
Not
gonna
needed.
go for
Just
it.
could
But
have
that's,
done flawless.
But from the side of WiT, that's like, you've just broke the most defender favored bomb
Yeah.
site on your first try. So it just seems like the collapse came in really, really well. The side of WiT have timed their execute really, really well. And also, cool thing to see, all of the WiT players also have a Wild background. Nice little bit of coordination from them, as they've all, maybe a lot of Wild fans on the side of WiT. I don't know if you noticed that, which is cool
Yeah.
to see.
Yeah, but I suppose it's just for like the unity reasons, right?
Maybe they're all just Wild fans.
I doubt it. I doubt it.
Honestly, I'd be very surprised if they all support the same org. That'd be crazy.
I do not only doubt it, but I know that it's not true. But yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
So just something interesting to see, right?
Yeah, and is Wild really an org to favor?
Everyone has their support, right? If you're, if you're
Nah,
from the EU, you've got to
nah,
support an EU org.
nah.
So G2 are not doing great. The Wild are also not doing amazing, but they are, at least are an EU team, right? For an EU league, we have to big up the EU team. So especially because G2 aren't doing too great, there's not very many people you can support. I know
Yeah,
BDS is carrying a lot of favor, but yeah,
but
I don't blame it. I like to
always
see
have
it.
to see it's a content team, right?
That is true. That is true. Yeah.
They're doing it for the memes. That's all what they are here for. The only team actually performing at G2 is their league team.
Yeah. Also, just something to note. Very interesting that Ram is not bringing the pocket shotgun. Like they've used one of the Ram drones to open this Logi hatch, which I don't think is the best use of the info. Like maybe they just didn't know it was Jim, because this lineup looks very heavily centered around a basement execute.
I'd assume she actually has the shotgun with her. But that
Maybe it
was
was a distraction? I don't know, you
an
tell me.
application of phantom pressure, yeah.
Gotcha.
I would have suggested a ram buggy was used for phantom pressure. But yeah, that's obviously not gonna do too much. As Isan being the first one to drop, followed by Supper. He's not gonna get in this game anytime soon, is he?
Honestly, it was good work from the entry to get into the bomb site, but Gridlock's been found immediately. Yeah, but also like losing the Azami, that's a lot of utility. That, like, generally speaking, the longer the Azami stays alive, then the more useful she becomes. So to take her off early, I think it's not a bad trade. I mean, at all.
Yeah, it's not too bad, especially because Gridlock grenades have already been placed. The flank watch, in theory, is already there. And yeah, now it's just for whatever it takes to actually play it out. They don't have any Azami barricades left. Only real util here is the Fenrir gadgets, the Afnats, and maybe mute jammers if you want to count them as util.
100%, but like this is a really good luck coming in from the floor, as he's already snuck his way up the main stairs. As QuQ is going to find another one, always given the way game way as he shot towards this Fenrir. And this looks like a really clean defense coming up from the side of QuQ. They seem very confident in the positions that they're playing. As Doc's going to find a great double kill. Flores finally trades one back, but he's in a 1v3 now. And this is going to be a mountain to climb if he wants to find this back. And that's a great swarm coming in from the side of QuQ, as they take the 3v1 as a 3v1 rather than giving 3 individual picks away. So, QuQ doing a great job here. They look really confident in these defenses.
I'm honest with you. I feel like WiT has thrown a bit. They've had a very good outcome of the round. Like with the Azami being dead, with that 4v4 situation, they had breaches open, they had everything in order, but they weren't applying enough pressure from multiple sides. They had main stairs, they had the jacuzzi breach, but that's it. They had no windows plate, they had no logic plate. Caused QuQ to completely focus on one side. If they would have just went ahead and put one guy on Cash or CC, that would have been a way better round for them.
Yeah, it could also be the case of that just QuQ, just won their gunfights, right?
Yeah, they won their gunfights, of course.
Yeah.
But you've seen how they went into breach on the side of WiT, right?
The other thing they're missing, right, is these like enabling operators. I spoke about this. I love this phrase, but like ops like Ying are available. Like especially in the Montreal Major, Ying had like a ridiculous ban rate because she's just so strong at like getting you into the building. Like in that exact situation where it's like 4v4, you've got like a minute left and you need to do something, you can just throw the candelas and just cause chaos. So it'd be interesting to see if they want to swap the lineup out a little bit to try and bring some of these operators that can get you into the bomb site. Because like a lot of people will bring it on basement because it's such a strong site, but the same logic can still apply to like all the other bomb sites. You need something to like help you execute, or you need some utility that can help as well. But it'd be interesting to see if the Jackal can find this kill, as Goyo's found a freebie in the first part of this round. And please be good and just go back to site and just like enjoy your 5v4. I'd hate to see QuQ lose this round because they got too aggressive. As Mozzie is going to try and shoot the drone and then fall away, but it seems like they're going to do exactly that. Like there's a lot of roam clear utility from the side of WiT. So now that you've got your opening pick, you can just fall back and just enjoy your 5v4.
Yeah, that's a dead soccer AV right there. Oh, never mind. Mankai was too quick of himself.
Oki's gonna send it though, like she's already working her way, she's gonna EMP this and just hit the site here, but with no info, I'm just gonna say, the guy in Generator should be finding this kill, but just has ignored the Doki, as Doki's gonna get 2 for her troubles, as she just walks into the bomb site, taking the head of one and downing another, but elsewhere, kills coming in from WiT. As the smoke settles, it's gonna become a 2v3 for the attackers. 2v2 now, as we do see the trades come back, but, the little bit of whiff on the Goyo is gonna net him a kill. And this is where there's a minute and a half left, and it's basically dead even. We still have a C4 on the side of Mozzie, as well as 2 flashbangs and 2 smokes for the side of the attack. That round's exploded in the mid phase.
Yeah, now the interesting thing is the only util that's really left in this game would be Vassi's clutch drones. But what is he supposed to take? Like the only thing that's there is
maybe the Malusis, you could say.
Yeah, but they are like all the important ones are practically gone now, are they? Yeah, that was the one. That was the one there.
There was one on blue, which was EMP'd earlier, so we might have seen that hacked. But this is just a case of now, how do these last 2 players
The
work
one
together?
on blue was destroyed.
Ah, gotcha. So that'll be good for the late round. So, but yeah, Bravo's gonna sneak her way down main, and I like this take coming in from the side of WiT. At least we're gonna put pressure from both sides, as you spoke about before. This Malusi though is a little bit of a problem, as this should alert the defenders that there is a split execute coming in from the side of the attack. The only thing is though, I was gonna say, Bravo's found the 5 back armory, but they've got no info on the last guy, so Goyo's now in a little 1v2. He's got info on at least one, and he should have info on the second. Oh, a nice little creep up coming in from the Brava as she finds both the kills. I was gonna say, even the Malusi went off and Goyo's still not reacting is not ideal, as Bravo's going to find both the kills to seal the round for WiT. Also going to send them to match point, which is huge for them.
Yeah, I think what happened here was, Shinji dropped bullets, and he drew their attention, like with so much sound that the Banshee wasn't like hearable, maybe from their position. I mean, it's possible, and I can only guess, but that's something I would guess if in that situation.
Yeah, it could be a little distraction coming in from his teammate in blue to let his other teammate main sneak in. And this is where I think WiT have done really, really well to rebound, right? Like you were saying that they threw their attack from Jim, which I completely agree with, but then that's it's crazy, isn't it? They can attack the stronger bomb site better than the one that's probably not as strong, which is really good from the side of WiT.
But speaking of individual and confident plays, right? What has BankJuice done there? EMP the Melusi on blue, just ran in, ignored the guy on generator, ran in, got a kill on Armory, got the kill on, or rather the down on generator, and got enough time on his for his team for actually getting positions. And like that's just insane in my opinion.
Yeah, it is huge. Like, they're just performing so well. And this is where QuQ, I want to see them rebound. That's not a great way to start, as QuQ's going to get punished really early by the little wall break.
Oh, that was close. Yisan almost deleted Ishak there.
Yeah, taking him out with the buck shotgun. And this is where it feels side of QuQ. The other thing is like mentally, this is really annoying. But like, Vigil's going to do great to trade one back onto the hard breach as well. As they're walking down into blue, blue's been turned into a kill box as Lucy's going to retake the generator position. And I was about to say it's a little bit demoralizing when your lurk goes down that early, but they've done really well to trade the kill back. That Boss G is a weapon to be feared. Now that the damage drop-off's been taken off, and you can basically one-shot people at like every range, it is a demon weapon. So
yeah, it's insane.
It is, yeah, it's pretty crazy how effective that weapon's become.
Yeah, and now it's on WiT though to actually do something. In my opinion, it's not that big of a loss to lose the hard breach there, because on what hard breach do you want to use that? You have got 4 can openers. In my opinion, the ace is just for the gun.
Also, you can open up the church wall as well. So like if you're gonna go from moto execute,
yeah, but
you can definitely do without it. So you can definitely do without it. It's not required. As you said, they've got the can openers, so they can still get all the hatches open. And then, but like the good thing is the time for QuQ. Like they managed to get mid-floor like within like a minute 30, which is like in terms of siege timings, is so much time to sort of move these defenders around and find your way into the bomb site. So like it's a 4v4, so I'd probably say the advantage still goes to the side of QuQ as we move into the last phase of this round.
Oh, and while the second core goes out, WiT is searching for the enemies. Not finding anyone just yet. Supper, however, is on something. Can he get double-digit deaths here?
We need some vertical on this back armory as execute comes in. 30 seconds along the clock. I was gonna say they've got no info, but they're gonna use that one drone to try and get some info. As Buck's not gonna find his entry as the route kills. They find one back. We're in the middle of the bomb site here. As Grim is gonna be found, and this is now a 3v2 for the side of QuQ. It looks like they've got their crossfires in place, and they are gonna keep this map alive. As Kyron finds one. He's on a triple kill for the round, but isn't going to be able to save the round for his team. And QuQ are going to start to bring this back a little bit. They are still down on match point, but a 6-4 is so close. Like you just now won the strongest site, which should give you a lot of confidence. So now, but the problem is they're going to need a full sweep, a full rotation if they want to save this. Like they can't go back to basement for at least 2 rounds. So they need to win Gym and they need to win maybe CC. Well, it's going to be CC. I'll be very shocked if we see a bar if this goes to 6-5.
You are shocked when we see a bar? There has been a time where CC Cash was not played on console at all.
Really? That's interesting to know then.
So, bar stage was always the 3rd pick.
Okay,
it has
that's interesting to see.
For, like it's only been changed in like, let's say 6 months. Let's say that maybe. I don't cast that often anymore, but I would expect bar stage more often than CC Cash.
Okay, I'll be very excited then if we see a bar come out. It's been a long time since I've seen bar been played, especially on the PC side of things. We very rarely see a bar. Like,
yeah, that's true.
It's completely like unheard of that teams like to go bar. But yeah, this is on WiT, right? Like if you're the side of WiT, you've got 2 attempts to seal this game, right? Like you lose one, it's okay. 6-4 is still it's okay. We've got like a 2-round buffer, right?
Yeah, and they want to go against their own nature. They take double hard breach. Because they know they're gonna lose one either way.
Well, the ace has been, as you say, he might just be playing it because of the AK-12 and then trying to play off that
Just
it's
go
useful.
play Fuse then.
Yeah, I was gonna say it'd be nice to see them actually like open both sides of the breach. But the only thing I've seen, we've got like double EMP, like we've got a set of EMPs on our side as well. So like we can send Thermite to go open the Jacuzzi breach while they're actually gonna get the con breach first, as you hear the Thermite charge go off. The problem is now like Doc is now stuck here. If there is a player playing this con wall, this Doc can't go anywhere. But they have just opened this wall for phantom pressure. But they found the Fenrir on the top red. That's great entry work coming out from the side of WiT as they double up on the entry. IQ and Twitch, teaming together as they've left the Doc onto 1 HP. And look at the HP on the side of these remaining Cook players. They're going to find the Warden too, as this looks like a clean sweep coming in from WiT as they're 3 up on the entry. Only 1 trade coming in onto WiT. And this is where Cook needs to try and get aggressive. I don't think you can sit back in these 4v2s, as this is amazing work from WiT to get 3 entry kills for their team.
The only thing he needs to find is Mankai. He's been doing heavy support now. No dog pistols anymore. Larry down as well and dead. 1v4 situation. He's known, and Isam takes the last kill, making it a 4-7 rather. And closing out map 1 for whatever it takes. MG victorious once again. I mean, if you have 3 teams, that's likely going to happen sometime.
Yeah, 100%. We're definitely rising to the occasion there as they've won in convincing fashion. So yeah, they did really, really well to take the first map. Basically, it's really cool to see.
Yeah.
Like they've done a great job. Like these are the playoffs, right? You haven't got maps to spare. It's luckily this is a BO3, but like you're now down 1-0 in the series. I think this is a great start to our series. I think we're doing really, really well. It's been a great match to watch for our first map of the series.
Yeah, definitely. It's been very, 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 very interesting, especially like the confidence plays that we're going on here. I can just say once again, it was very nice to see like those random reckless plays, and that was just very nice. However, we're gonna go into a quick break, and we're gonna be right back for you with map 2 Skyscraper. Guys,
Welcome back, everybody. So
yeah,
I
now
am
we
back.
both wanted to talk. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. I'll go this time. You went first last time, so I'll go this
sorry,
time.
sorry.
So yeah, welcome back to our second map of ESA. We've got QuQ versus WiT for you. We are basically loading into Skyscraper as we speak. So we're not going to hold you too long. We're going to go straight into Skyscraper. So what are you expecting for this map? Like this is I think everywhere, PC, console, Xbox, PlayStation, everywhere this map is defender sided. I don't think
Yeah.
there's any question about it.
Except an E-Wave without any strats going against a prime MDF, or not prime, but a new formed MDF going 5 attacks. That's something else. No, but I'd say like in terms of bans, we're not seeing anything else actually. And in terms of like how rounds will go, I think QuQ will have a very solid stone, but depending on how the defenses actually go, if they go 5-1, if they go 4-2, this game might still be WiT favored. Because not
Gotcha.
always, if you start the good side, you have stuff to win,
100%. And like this is a case of WiT are on the attack. So it's almost like the reverse of what we spoke about in map 1. Also, we might see like identical bans if this is going to be a Cade ban. It is. It's the exact same bans coming in from both of these teams. But this is like it's almost the opposite of Clubhouse. So like because this map is so defender favored, you need to get attacks on the board. Like if you can get 1, 2, even maybe 3 attacks on the board, you're doing really, really well. Because unlike Clubhouse, where the rounds can go either way, it's like in your advantage to be on the defense. So like if you're side of QuQ, you need to rack up as many defenses as you can to give yourself as much chance to win on your attack. And it's like the opposite for the attacking team. You need to get as many attacks as possible, and it's even more important on a map like this to secure rounds on the weaker side, because then you have a much higher chance of just closing the game out on the attacking side. Like on Clubhouse, you can make it work, right? If you're down like 3-3, like it's fine because it's like anything can happen. But like the expected result is that defense is going to win the majority of the rounds on this map.
Yeah, definitely. Um, a little side fact for the ones that were wondering why WiT had the first and the last ban. There's a bug in place right now that causes orange side to start banning no matter what side they are. So, yeah, fun.
Yeah, we love you, Ubisoft. We love you really.
Yeah, we really love them. We really love them.
But
There's not a single season where they fix something and break something else.
I was gonna say I'm jealous of you guys, man. Like when the new season came out, you guys actually got to play it like at a normal hour. For those of us
Oh
on
yeah,
PC, we
yeah,
were suspended
yeah,
indefinitely
yeah.
until they got the game fixed. So I'm
Oh
very, very
yeah,
jealous
yeah.
that you guys actually got to play the game like when it was supposed to come out. So very, very jealous of you guys. Um,
As our nice producer calls it now, new features every season.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
new
true.
problems and new features, but a little bit of entry work coming in from the Buck as he's baited the run out.
Oh!
So it's unfortunate as Doki is going to find one. Sorry, ignore me. Blackbeard is going to be found elsewhere. But this is a nice little entry work as the first minute they have managed to make it a 4v4. Losing the Blackbeard though, that is one of your shields off the board. As well as, but the problem is with Melusi, all of her gadgets have been placed already. So like she's, you don't not losing anything if you lose the Melusi. So, but the problem is with the Blackbeard is you've now lost your entry operator on the shield. So this is where the attack can get pretty dicey, as they're going to have to funnel in through this drum hallway as well as through the highway. And this is normally like one of the biggest choke points across like the whole series of maps in Pro League right now. Little jump in work. One's going to jump in and the other's going to jump out. Not sure what was going on there. I think he's going to go and try to
Mankind
block this.
getting confused himself.
Yeah, Mankind was
Not
like,
able
hey, yo.
to hit the Vulcan anymore.
Yeah, he was like, hey, yo, what's going on here? Not
Yeah.
really understanding what's going on. But like, there's a minute left, and this is where we need to clear Geisha. If we want to get into this map, we need to clear Geisha, or we need to try and find a way into gold. Like, we've still got the hard breach, which is really, really good, so we can open the highway wall into gold if we manage to clear the bandit. As Maikai is going to go down in Geisha. Not sure where he's been found from.
Geisha
from
window.
below? Oh, Geisha window. That's great work coming in from below, as they are going to hold this position from below. Vigil doing a great job of putting pressure from on his roam onto the site. So that's pretty good. So yeah, but like, this attack seems like it's stalling out big time. With the defense, we just don't need to peek, just hang tight and let the attackers waste their time.
On the other hand, we have Kyron now on his way to do something very, very clever or very, very stupid. And Vasi showing his reflexes once more. Bro, you're not making it hard for me to actually flame you for your age. It's insane. One more spoon. Okay.
Just because he's old doesn't mean he's done and out, okay? He's still just as good on
Yeah,
the
but,
sticks
like,
as anyone else in the lobby, okay?
But you can't blame that on Ping anymore. Come on. Come on.
He's the GOAT, bro. You don't be around as long as he has and not know your way around the sticks. So we have got a little bit of tech difficulties, so we are going to jump to the cameras just for you quickly. As we're also going to try and show you some player stats, which we didn't manage to get earlier on the introduction because the game started so quickly. So in a second here, we will be jumping to some player statistics.
We
I hope.
actually are already. So
Oh, gotcha.
yeah, a little funny side note, it's Blacklist and Yuki on that stats sheet for WiT. That's because Isan has not played yet for WiT. And Vessi was a spontaneous jump in. Though there is the reason. Oh yeah, you can't see it. I almost said why we were rehosting. My bad. No, but
There we go. I was gonna say the rehost is coming in. I was gonna say we're just waiting for it to
so
come through on the
stats wise, especially in EPS rating, there's a heavy favor on Team Cook, with 4 people being above 100, and Mankai really topping out the stats with 137 EPS rating. And on the other hand, we have WiT having 2 guys above 100, but the other one's quite close to 100, with the lowest being 94. Blacklist in that situation, though as I said, you can't really count him.
Yeah, you have to
And
excuse me there. My Discord did not want to show me the stats, which is very annoying. So hence
your
why there's a
your
bit of confusion
Discord
on
did
my
not
side.
want to show you your stats.
Yeah, it's they just didn't want me to see how amazing these players were. So not sure what was going on there. But as you rightly
Yeah.
pointed out, a couple of
Yep.
superstars on each team
What
here. So
one thing to also call out, if Blacklist would have played, WiT wouldn't have had issues with entries at all. The guy's 16-9 in entries. So he's like, the only thing he's doing is getting entries, pretty much.
it's not a bad
And
way to play, right? Like if you're getting the entries for your team and always giving you that advantage early, it's not a bad thing in the slightest. Like if you can consistently get those entries, it's huge. Like we saw on especially the first map, we're on their defense. We're playing extremely aggressive to get those
yeah,
entries, especially on their defense. They're playing very, very aggressive to try and catch their opponents out. And it's one of those things where, like, if your opponents, if you can catch them sleeping, like it just gives you an amazing advantage, right? Especially if you catch like a influential operator. Like if you can
mhm,
manage to find the entry onto like an ace, you know, a capital, a Thatcher, anybody that's kind of like going to win the attackers around, it sets you up massively for the rest of the round.
mhm. Yeah, that's certainly true. And yeah, I mean, going back to maps like Clubhouse, where as we've already figured out, if you go onto something like basement and you get one entry as a defense, and then you go into that 4v5, the attackers can't really build up anymore because they always need to flank coming from the other side and all that stuff. So yeah, it's pretty good having entries,
Yeah.
definitely.
So let's talk a little bit about Skyscraper because, like, obviously we've seen a few rounds now before the rehost. It just seems like, especially for the attack on for the side of, I think it's Wits on the attack. I want to make sure I
mm,
get this wrong. It just seems like their attacks are lacking that little bit extra, right? Like when we get into that mid phase, it's just they need something to unlock the door, right? They need something to just like help
yeah,
them get into the bomb site. Like that seems to be where they're seriously struggling at the moment.
yeah. I mean, the important thing you need to figure out is there's two sides on Skyscraper that are very favored. It's top floors both, T Karaoke and Exhibition Office, right? Um, and Exhibition Office is the one where we will really see the flavor of the defense, right? Because this was a good showing of WiT getting entries again because of like Shinji Spade, but on the other hand, there's Banky's already dying very very, very quickly. But yeah, it's you can really see that WiT is trying to get the attacks, though. I don't think we will be angry with them if they lose more than 3 attacks, right?
Yeah, like it's
So.
again, as this map is just not that's not the way it works, right? Like it would be really nice if all the maps were like really balanced. But it's just a case of like it's being so defender sided. But
Mm,
like one thing I want to bring like attention to is both of these teams have done a really, really good job on their entries. Like we saw
yeah.
some players doing a really good job, but like as a team, it's really good teamwork from both of these players to basically show how they can work as a team and then hunt these roamers down to get the map control they need to be able to execute. Like a lot of the
Mm.
time, you see teams just not even like getting close to the bomb site. So it's nice to see at least they're getting to the point of execute as we are going to jump back into the
Yeah,
map.
so that's another very interesting feature brought to us by Ubisoft. The Germany-based company couldn't decide whether we needed operator bans after said round. So they decided we didn't need them. Caused us to, have an empty ban phase.
Is that why? Okay, so
Yeah,
that's it's just a bug. That's why we can't see bans anymore, like after like a rehost or something. Like it just doesn't.
exactly. Because you can't set operator bans. And we have a set round because it's 0-1 for QuQ, right?
Yeah, 100%. That's
So,
really annoying. That's
yeah.
really annoying. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. As you said, new features, right? Every season, new
Yeah, every
features.
season a new feature. And every season, every observer or producer is screaming into their hands because they can't figure out their own game.
this might be a hot take as well, but like I loved the old UI. Like especially for when we've been observing and we've been watching these games, I want the old UI back. Like I
I,
want us
I
to.
I like this one as well, actually. Like I like it because the constant stream of information you have
Yeah,
is very good. But on the other hand, there's infos missing. And the
100%.
one thing that they still haven't got is the fact that we can tell what attackers are known. Attackers or defenders. You know?
As in been spotted out.
Yeah. Because
Gotcha.
especially with the implementation of an operator like Deimos,
Yeah.
where we need to know who is trackable.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah.
That's just like, come on, guys.
Yeah, unless they spectate the Deimos as POV, you have no idea.
Yeah.
But like, looking at the operators that are coming out from the side of WiT, or let's look at QuQ first. How do you think this defense is going to play out from the side of QuQ? What do you think the sort of game plan is for how they want to hold this bomb site?
They just swap players, by the way.
You tell me. I'm not as familiar with these
One
rosters as you might be.
second. My admin brain is just working right now.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse.
Wait 1 second.
While you are investigating,
Yeah,
I'll
just
keep
go talk.
I'll say I'll keep everybody's. As Amaru's looks like she's gonna full send it into karaoke here. Looks like they got some pre-placed info to help Amaru on the entry. Amaru is like looking at her team like, can I go? Can I go? Can I go? And then looks like she's gonna full send a second here. I wonder what she's waiting for. Very interesting that the Amaru is just holding back. Maybe waiting for that team to basically just let her know. Cheeky little peek coming in from the side of Frost. As Maru has made her way into karaoke, which is good to see. And this is great entry work, right? Like we've cleared another side of the map's not being held, but this is going to get tricked as well. This is really smart from the bandit to disallow them to get into drum, as they are going to only now drone it and find out there's a bandit on the other side of this. And this is where WiT have just been stalling out. Like the first resistance that's offered, I say that as WiT's done he's going to shoot the body as well, which is a little bit just asserting his dominance onto the defenders, as they are going to get the first kill to QuQ. And yeah, QuQ seems to be the target for a lot of these roaming strategies. He's been getting, if he gets a couple of entries, he wins the round for his team. If he gets caught, then obviously the advantage goes into the attack favor. Don't know why I'm telling you all this, because I'm sure all of you watching are completely aware that if you get a kill, you get the advantage. But like, it's just, in my opinion, it's a bit early to be giving up these like early frags. There wasn't any real reason like for you to like over peak. And this is where we're now giving a lot of control over to WiT, as Amari's going to find her second on the round, and these long angles, you know, not working for the side of QuQ here, as they're trying to contest the entry, but it's not really working, as these reverse angles are stronger. Little impact coming in will not find any of the lowest players, and there's a minute left in this 3v5. We should have enough manpower, enough utility. Like, I love from Mav working out great there to clear minibar, as we've got loads of utility left, as Mav's going to get a second as well. The little Mav holes just giving him great angles into sight, as it's going to be a flawless round coming in from WiT. And I have to say it, that round I think was gifted a little bit to the side of WiT. Like, especially those first two frags, just a little bit of over peeking coming in from the defenders, peeking into angles that already existed. And yeah, just they really struggled after they lost a couple of bodies early in the round. How's your investigation going?
Defenders, protect your
Okay,
bomb.
welcome my caster pair.
Wait.
How are we looking? So I will keep you guys busy as we move into our third round. It is going to be a repeat on the site, and we have a Blackbeard again. I love to see that these, especially in the competitive play, we are using the rework. I think especially in a lot of ranked games and a lot of games near you guys, this guy is one of the most annoying operators. Like, he was annoying before, and I think even now with the rework, he's doing well. Like, I think the rework is awesome, but a lot of people are complaining that like he's just annoying to play against. So obviously the shields being banned out from both sides,
5 seconds.
then he's basically one of the only shield operators left. You've only got Fuse, Shield, and Blackbeard. I think you're going to take the Blackbeard every single time. So it's nice to see that they are using the newly reworked operator. You love to see it. And it looks like we're going to be using the Sense Glass combo as well. which should be really exciting to see if they manage to make that combo work to the effect they think it will. For those of you not aware, you can now toggle on and off the sense gadget, like at your discretion. You can roll it somewhere, you can turn it off, and yeah, this first impact, that impact's gonna miss somehow. The little nerf to the impacts a few seasons ago is gonna mean that they are not gonna be able to trick this wall. So the feed holes, which are normally used for impact tricking, is gonna fail in epic fashion, as they just don't find the thermite charge there. So interesting to see, yeah, just I guess miss through the impact, didn't manage to trick the wall. And this is where I'm hoping we see the Glaz Sense combo aid in the execute. We spoke about them needing these operators to get them in the bomb site, and looks like they're going for it. They're going to smoke this out, they're going to try after cover with the Glaz, but they haven't got the kit. As a little bit of a misplay here. Oh, they're going to Amara up the hatch. My mistake completely, a little bit of a pocket strat coming in here, but Vigil is not having any of it as he shuts them all down. And this is looking like it's going to be another cook round.
I'm very sorry. I need to. It has been figured out. It's all fine.
Love to hear that. That's all we're good. So we are going to continue the game, which is pretty good. Yeah, 1v4 now from the Glaz with a minute and a half left. He's got time to cook with at least. As he's going to try and bait his teammate, but won't even find the first. And you have to give Vigil all the credit there. He was playing in a great position to be able to stop the execute, and he just shut it down. Like both of the players coming in for the execute,
Yeah.
finding all the kills.
So we're gonna have a quick minute break right there. So everything is fine. I was confused because because of an unannounced lineup swap in between maps. So Supper was playing map 1. Probably a good idea to swap him out after going 111. And then Tesra swapping in for him and obviously doing a better job. Maybe not Supper's best day. It's totally fine. Totally okay. Yeah. Everyone has bad games sometimes, except Vasi. He always has bad games. Okay, I'm stopping. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, he did his best, okay? Leave the poor guy alone.
Yeah,
like,
with that old bony fingers, right?
You can only, it's the effort that counts, bro. It's the effort that counts.
Oh,
He tried,
man.
okay? He was the glue. His job was to be the glue, right?
Yeah, he is the glue. And it's
So,
very sticky glue.
honestly, he's keeping the team together, so that's nice to see. But yeah, it's a really, really good round coming in from the side of WiT. To get their first, really good defense from the side of QuQ is what we just saw. But again, WiT, finding an offensive round this early, I think is really, really good, right? Like you found a nice little kill, found your openings, and especially on a map like this, even a 5-1 split, I don't think is too bad for the attacking team. Like you can make up so much ground on the defense. If they manage to find a second or third round on attack, I'll be amazed.
Yeah, so we've had casts also in ESA qualifiers, where we've seen Skyscraper 0-6 defense, 6-6, and go into overtime. And like that is how you could usually imagine Skyscraper. Because it's so defensive favored. The only thing back in the day that was more defensive favored was Theme Park, right? And
Interesting.
It's
Theme Park's a horrible map. I hate that map with a passion.
I want Theme Park back.
You want it back? No.
Yeah.
No.
You know why? Because with Theme Park came Villa. And
Villa was
important
great.
one.
Villa was
Villa's the
great.
important one.
Villa was great, I'll give you that. But Theme, it's one of those maps where, like, especially just the color scheme of the whole map, it's just not a map I enjoy playing. It was a pain in the ass to attack. It just sucked. Like, I'll be real with you. It's not a map that I enjoyed watching, not a map I enjoyed playing. But Villa, on the other hand, was a great map. Like, I really, really enjoyed watching that map.
Yeah.
It's a shame. Rest in peace, those two maps.
Yeah, Theme Park on console was always something for a good laugh. There was a reason we called it Meme Park.
Yeah, it makes sense. I'm completely with you on that one.
Because you were always up for a good laugh if you had Theme Park on you. Oh,
QuQ,
that was quick.
as we move into the 4th round, yeah, that drone hole has been put to work. We've seen that twice now. I saw it on Tuesday as well. You can get really good value out of that drone hole. With the Flores, as like BB is going to just sneak his way up the black stairs, as the Vigil is on the lurk as well, as I think he's seen the Blackbeard go up. He's going to try and catch a second here. As you see the little sprint animation, everyone looks like they're moving like Usain Bolt. But it's going to be, it looks like we're going to be trying to work a black take here if we're inside of WiT.
I don't know if you could see the Vigil there, because he was there for one tick. Easton and Benkus get Larry and Mankai out, converting this game to a 3v5, make it a 2v5, as Tesra also falls to the hands of
Vigil,
WiT.
you've got to win those! He doesn't win his engagement, but at least Bandit gets one back. But the kill feed's all orange once again. And that's a clean execute coming in from the side of WiT. As now with their second attack of already, we're like at a 2-2 split. This is unheard of. Like, if they could take this like 4-2, 3-2, or get a 3, sorry, make it 4-2 or 3-3, like they're going to be looking really good in their defense. Just keep in mind, this is WiT's map pick. So maybe like they picked this map knowing like they just knew like we're going to be confident on this map. We're going to be doing really like, you know, they seem to like have come out swinging. This is a map that like traditionally is very defender sided. So I think to get a 2-2 split this early is very good work on the side of WiT.
Yeah. What I found really great this round was actually the whole coverage on karaoke window, because he cut off 90% of rotation of QuQ. They were all trapped in karaoke and T, and they couldn't go anywhere close to that 90 hallway, because yeah, then they would have just been gunned down by whoever was on the karaoke window. I think it was a Ying, but I can't really recall.
I think it was somebody with one of the DMRs, if I recall. It might
Oh
have
yeah,
been Twitch
DMR,
or
it was
Lion.
Twitch or something. It was the Twitch, I think.
Yeah, it was Twitch
But
or
on
Lion.
another operator, yeah. No, it was Lion actually.
I was gonna say there's only two. As a little TK coming in early as we shoot the Blackbeard in the back of the head. Not the
Shinji
greatest start.
shooting his brother in mind.
Yeah, not a great start. As
So
they've lost the
Shinji at
Blackbeard
least
already.
has 1 kill on the board.
Yeah, he's no longer in the donut factory. He's got a bonus kill, if you like to call it that. But yeah, not a great start. You know, I was gonna say something you're not allowed to say on stream, but sometimes it's not. You just get a bit of bad luck. So yeah, not ideal start from the side of WiT. But it looks like as we are going to be replaying this top floor site, we're going to be going for an office over this time instead of the black take.
Yeah, but I mean, it's only the BB that's missing, right? That's not really important, right?
You want to catch your breath there as we move into a 4v4. The
That
entry
was-
is going to be coming out from the Doki. And yeah, now that you've got your breath back, what do you think about the situation?
That was not an accidental cuff, by the way. That was intentional. Yeah, but I mean, that was a great move there. Kyron now getting E-Sun, making the player disadvantage for WiT again. But I mean, it's a great move, getting the entry kill, getting the return kill, and now Larry and onside Shinji, very confident indeed again.
He has map control as well now. Like he's taken the bomb site. If he can tell his like teammate to get into the bomb site, they are going to try and open up the up the geisha. This is the problem. These players are both isolated, and that's going to be a freebie for the bandit. As he's going to find both, he's going to turn around. Oh, his teammate, I thought he found the kill, but no. Vigil is going to find the second. They are going to clean up both of these players, and this is where I have to give QuQ some credit. They do an amazing job of trading the kills back and forth. Like this is much better in that last round where if WiT finds the entry, they've got a teammate to trade that kill and keep the man count even. And that's what led to that 2v2 where the defense had the advantage.
Yeah, definitely. So I once again, Vessi died without shooting back.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
I don't know if he just didn't see him, but like, I mean, could have at
Could be
least
the ACOG vision, right?
could have
So,
at
like,
least acted like he wanted to shoot back. Yeah.
I think the ACOG just maybe blocking the vision of the bandit.
Yeah, that's
Bandit seemed
possible.
Got
Wrong
a freebie,
angle.
right?
Wrong
Yeah,
angle.
it's
Yeah.
checking the wrong angle, the ACOG housing getting in the way. But this is the thing. So like, WiT have done a great job of keeping the score even. And like we saw last time, there was just a little bit of over peaking coming in from the side of QuQ. So like I would like to see them just maybe just like hold the angles a little bit more. Like you don't need to contest this drum side maybe as aggressively. Maybe just try and waste a minute and a half and then fall back to the bomb site. Like we want to think about this map in like 3 stages, right? You have the initial roam clear on what most teams would be the opposite side of the map. So in this case, karaoke side. Then you have to take this like highway side in the middle of the map, and then you have to execute into the bomb site itself. So like this map's already very, very difficult to attack. We don't need to make it any easier for the attackers by giving up some cheap kills early.
I'm very sorry. I just got to argue over €3. Yeah, I mean the guy won SI, but wants to claim three free euros from me. I can't take that.
But while you were doing that, we are going to see. I just spoke about this. Like, we can't give these entry kills away. As Moot's already been found, he's like, got the TK, but they're going to trade it back with this nice little C4. That is going to be the Twitch off the board as well. And nice to see that QuQ have made an adaptation by playing just really aggressive with the Vigil. He's done a great job to find the gridlock on that terrace balcony. But instead of looking to impact trick the wall, we are just going to bandit trick it, like in a much, I'd probably say much more reliable way of keeping the wall closed. But this is, QuQ are doing a great job of making this. Also, they had the disadvantage by losing the body count, but Vigil's done amazing work to bring it back. Bandit's gonna get his toes tagged, as Mav's been there basically the whole round trying to tag somebody through this. As Mav will get a little bit of damage onto the Bandit, nothing else will come of that. As we're sort of just chilling in the mid round, as Mav is gonna struggle to get the wall open too.
I'm almost done.
No problem. So I will
Okay,
keep you guys
now I'm done.
entertained.
Okay,
You're back.
but player disadvantage for WiT. Tough. Already. They obviously feel like they need to win another round, but they don't have to. Because they are in a big advantage already. Round-wise. Right? With the 4-2 split.
Yeah, I think if you're both teams, you'll be pretty happy with a 4-2 split. Like WiT's going to be pretty happy they managed to get 2 attacks. I think QuQ are going to be like, we're pretty happy we managed to get 4 defenses. Like, I'd probably say the advantage is probably to the side of WiT, because like ideally you want a 5-1 split. I think if you're QuQ on your defense. But again, this round's not over till the fat lady sings, right? Like the side of QuQ, like there's still 3 players alive on full HP. With little util left, though, they just need to make sure they don't give away any free kills and let WiT find a way back into this game, into this round. Like all it takes is one cheeky peek and one kill to go the wrong way, just like that. But the trade will come in as we are in a 2v3, and the whole round can basically fall apart. These players are isolated on site, so if we can find the kills here, Ace is going to take a couple of battles, trying to make noise for his teammate on the Mav. Mav's going to full send in, no traps to give away this position, but he's going to be swung in a 1v3, and that is not going to go the way that WiT wanted it to. QuQ, nice little play there to make sure they secured their 4th round. But a 4-2 split, I don't think you are going to have any complaints if you are either side.
Yeah, definitely not. And yeah, but I mean, there's a little bit more complaints on the side of QuQ, if you had to complain, right?
Yes,
but they don't necessarily need to. I'm with you.
Yeah, like it was, like QuQ will probably, it depends how confident QuQ feel in their attacks, right? Like I wouldn't say like, if you want to pick hairs, maybe we could have got a 5-1 split. But like I don't think QuQ made that many mistakes on their defense. Like I think the rounds that WiT managed to win, it was just well played by both teams. So now this is going to be a case of can QuQ replicate the success that WiT had on their attack? Like this is now, it's I would generally say everybody agrees it's probably easier to defend. So this is where QuQ really need to bring the pressure to the side of WiT to basically get themselves closer to match point. Because you've got to remember, QuQ are 1-0 down in the series, for those of you who missed map 1. So QuQ don't have many rounds to like play with anymore. Like if they lose this map, they will be done and out of the ESA competition as well. So like I'd like to see QuQ bring the heat, bring the aggression, because we are going to see this pre-place C4 come in, not pre-place, but this lineup come in. For those of you who aren't aware, this lands right in the double door of spawn outside. As it doesn't look like anybody has spawn. Oh, we see the timing come in. He's blown it early.
Oh!
And that would have killed.
It would have gotten him.
I was gonna say he's just detonated it a little early, so he's not gonna find his man there. But I think that's due to the info from the other default cam. as now the real attack can begin. We're going to get these office walls open. We're going to be doing an office. It's through the floor. So Ash has cleared the bandit battery and then is looking up into top house or top VIP, whatever you guys call it.
To care for the active, right? But
Yes.
but
Bandit
that's
was
like
smart.
a sick angle.
Yeah, this is maybe unknown to the console players. But yeah, I've seen it happen in Pro League. It's a pretty common thing to hold. As Warden almost being punished for his aggression, he's just decided, I'm just going to walk away and see if I can get away with this. And Doki almost finding the kill onto Warden. He's going to be 1 HP for the rest of this. But nice bit of aggression coming in from WiT to stall the attack out in this like middle phase. So as we spoke about, there's 3 phases to this. And this is really well played from the side of WiT. I'd just like to see this guy stop peeking though. Like, you've got the fire, you don't need to peek, and your Warden has a shield. Like, just stuck into the corner and play the crossfire. But if QuQ managed to actually get through this dragon take, there's going to be very little time on the clock once they actually manage to clear all this util.
Yeah, something you need to keep in mind. This is console. No matter how safe it is not to peek, they'll always peek.
They always want to be peeking. But like, as we say that, like, that mentality has cost them 2 bodies. Or there is 3 players on low HP on the side of QuQ. We might see some crazy clutching from the remaining 3 players on the side of WiT. But like that like they've just overswung and just completely thrown the advantage they had on the clock. So interesting to see if QuQ can convert this advantage, because again, they need this map.
Oh, that's crazy. Kyron on site now, getting 2 kills. Ishak and Shinji down for the count. And Mankind makes it flawless for QuQ. Perfect attack here, 5-2. And they've got... They showed WiT that they can do the same the other way around.
100%. Like, that's a great start to the attacking half for the side of QuQ. You know, we said we want to see them bring the heat to WiT, because again, like, it's your attack, it's the harder side, but they've come out swinging.
Yeah.
And this is where, if you're the side of WiT, this is where I'd probably take attack timeout, because like, you need to sort of like fix the mentality just to make sure, like, look, this is our defense. We need to lock it down. If we want to, like, you know, if you want to end the series in 2 maps, then like, that was just not a very convincing round at all from the side of WiT. Like, it was great work from QuQ to find the entries, can't take anything away from them, and it looks like QuQ are running away with this game.
Yeah, I still wouldn't count WiT out, but yeah, that certainly made it way harder now with that demolishing flawless round. In that round 7, and they're playing karaoke tea again, so they want to do it better. And I suppose they noticed that, like, in the beginning, lots of things went wrong, right? You had Ishak on 1 HP already, like, since the start, because Wesley kind of barricaded him out. And yeah, then you had Kyron just being able to run into side, getting those 2 kills out, because Ishak wasn't able to survive more than 1 bullet from the SMG-12. And yeah, that's just very tough in general.
Yeah, well, we need if we want to stay in this map, we need to see a big round from them. I think this is where, like, momentum is a huge thing in these games. We've spoken about it before here on ESA. It's one of those things where, like, if you're 5-2 up, especially if you're the side of QuQ, you're going to be really happy with yourselves. Like, you're going to be, like, the vibes are going to be high. You're going to be saying, like, we're playing well, things are good. As a teammate is going to bring this drone from very, very far away. As a very little bit of different approach coming in. As these players are going to go for the same. So it's the same approach. It's not a different approach at all. I just want to see these crossfires being held for a little bit longer. Like, we don't need to dedicate as many bodies as we did last time to this hole. Like, we're at a minute 45 now. By the time these shields are going to have been cleared and they actually push these players off of the highway, is I would imagine only about a minute left on the clock. So Warden doing the smart thing here isn't attacking with the shotgun. This is much, much better from the side of WiT. We've shown the pressure. We've now going to basically, we're just going to see the highways clear. But this is where there's a minute and a half left now to force the execute to happen. You're the side of QuQ.
Yeah, now Vessi getting under pressure, getting killed
entries.
by Larry there. Because he crouch peeked. Crouch peeking is not a good idea.
I was going to say, the fire is going to waste another 20 seconds or so. But this is where we need to stop swinging. Like, we don't need to hold this area. It's not the bomb site. As Legion's just walked into somebody waiting for him, they just baited for the kills and been gifted a freebie. It's not the bomb site. Like, there's a minute left. You can just chill. As Doki's gonna find 2 on the entry, and this is now really not looking
by
good
the
from
way.
the side of WiT. Go for it. Like, it's like, I get maybe it's console, we want to keep swinging. I don't think that justifies like why we're retaking parts of this map that we know have been taken away from us. As
No.
because of those early entries going the way of QuQ, they are going to claim match point, and they're 6-2 up on WiT's map pick.
Yeah. So I mean, no, it doesn't justify whatever happens on these on these defenses. They swing everything. It's like the first death, okay, that was justifiable, maybe. Yeah. The death by Vesti, that was just not justifiable anymore. You had the perfect one way and you didn't take it. You decided to crouch peek. Why did you decide to crouch peek? It was instant headshot. You just instantly got deleted when you could have just seen feet. You would have seen feet in a one-way. Why not take that?
100%. It's just a case of like Azami just overplaying her position, just making it's those like split-second decisions, right? That can win or lose you the rounds. And unfortunately, Azami, like, you're the first point of contact, right? You've got to at least put some pressure, take some damage off the attacking team, and she's just been deleted. But you have to give credit to where it's due, right? Like, QuQ, the Ashe is 6-3 right now. She's doing a great job on the entry, but as well as the Doki, you know, the Doki's 10-4, doing an amazing job finding these frags over a 2KD in this game. And it's just those, small decisions that are costing WiT rounds.
Yeah, and these small decisions, they need to change now. They need to stop playing for themselves, kind of doing this ranky approach, right? They need to stop swinging, hold angles, stay still. They are extending through the whole top floor, which is totally fine, but yeah, overall still, they gotta stop taking aggressive fights.
I was going to say, we move into could be our final round. I do not want to jinx anything for these players, but it looks like we are going to repeat basically going to go to the opposite side. So like, we're basically going to play the same hold, just backwards. As we are going to see a lot of damage come in as the Vigils. Loki is lucky to survive there. She's going to just tank a boss G-shot. But the good work from the side of Mute to work with the teammate to find the entry kill, and that's really, really good work from WiT as they find 2 entries for their troubles. And this is where, like, that's a great swing. This guy's just woken up as he's going to get re-aggressive and to retake the space as it leaves the attackers in a 2v5. I was going to say, it's now a 1v5 as he gets another kill on the round. Doc taking a little bit of damage as his opening engagements come in. But what a flawless round coming in from WiT. What a time to do it as well. As, like, you know, the momentum was probably not going in their favor. So to break the momentum in a flawless round like that is going to be really, really good for the side of WiT.
And MG WiT with the possibility to actually turn this around again. But they've got work to do now. 3 rounds, no mistakes. And you got to keep in mind, even if they bring Karaoke T over the time now, they got to play a first floor. And it's probably going to be barbecue because I know these guys. And like, it's
barbecue's
very tough.
Also the barbecue is generally the preferred tertiary site. Maybe it's like bar. You were saying, like, is it on console? Do you ever see a master bedroom hold, or is it almost exclusively barbecue?
No, I mean, I've seen 1 master bedroom hold on Skyscraper on console ever.
Gotcha.
And that was in a meme game. So yeah, that's not counting, is it?
Yeah. I was gonna say these next 2 rounds are gonna basically decide the game. I think if WiT can confirm their defense, very interesting to see that, like, everybody is off his side right now, extending, you know, very heavily into this roam. As this is where it's a very common take that there's gonna be extension. But what I was gonna try and say is, if WiT can win this round and then kitchen and get a full sweep, then they're gonna be right back in this game. Like, being back onto 6-5, the momentum's gonna start to shift in your favor. As the interesting to see if Bandit is gonna want to try and trick this. You saw that he is gonna get away with it this time. As obviously the Ashe was on that pixel before, because she thought Bandit wasn't contesting it, she's just let it be. But this time, switching it up, Bandit is going to be able to trick that wall, and that's going to be a little bit of a thorn in the side of QuQ, as they're going to be wasting utility trying to get this wall open. Oh, he's seen Twitch is going to get a freebie here. The wall is not going to get open, and that's amazing cover from the Azami. I don't know if they saw it on a default or it was just good game sense, but there is a great swing coming in from the side of WiT, as they're going to 3v1 essentially the Twitch to get the opening kill for their team. But Buck elsewhere is going to trade the kills back, as we leaves us in a 4v4.
As we're getting that return kill, though Kyron also falling quite quickly. Bankyus getting another return on that kill by Mankai, and now Tesra, last man standing in that 3v1 situation, chilling in front of Geisha. Makeup room, it's called.
I'm going to say the fight's going to come out on this staircase as the wooden shotgun is better than the buck shotgun in this case. And now it's 6-4. This is a really convincing round coming in from the side of WiT. It looks like they've really woken up. I think their coach or whoever's the role players in their team, they've really
There is no
spoken up.
coach.
No, but like whoever the captain is, whoever's like the more vocal players,
The old kindergartner.
gotcha.
Yeah.
It's really
finally woke up.
Yeah, it's they've whatever they've said to the team to sort of get themselves back in the game. This is where anything can happen, right? QuQ, they've still got like similar situation to Clubhouse. You've got 2 attempts to seal this game out and to take us to a map 3, but this is where if WiT can secure this full rotation, I love the use of traps on console, by the way. Like almost like Capcan and Frost, I've seen on this map like twice now. It seems like traps make a much more crucial role. I hate to see the fact that he's not using the PMM on the Capcan. That gun basically like 2 shots everybody. So interesting that he's gone with the GSH. But yeah, like a lot of trap usage coming in from the side of WiT. They've got the Malusi, the Frost, and the Capcan to sort of slow down the incoming attack from QuQ. And this is where, if they can take this to 6-5 and to take us into one of the stronger sites to take us to 6-6, WiT will be right back into this game.
Yeah. And let's see if that actually happens. Though, as we've already speculated, it's gonna be a barbecue site, right?
Yes.
And yeah, because I mean, master bedroom, that's just tough.
Yeah, like generally
Playing this.
speaking, you want to see most people hold top floor, which is exactly what you can see. We are going to be seeing an office over coming from the side of QuQ. But I just feel oh, what a kill! We don't need to peek that Malusi. I don't know if there's a hole in the barricade or Malusi was aggro peeking, but what a shot from Ram to get them going. He's still crouch peeking this one. Like if he just stands up, he gets a 1-way, right?
No, on this in this situation, like with the second Kiba, it's totally fine. Like, you only see the head, right?
Gotcha.
But it's a 1-way as long as you stay in that long angle, and you can't have that long angle when the second Kiba's there on the barrel.
Gotcha.
Or on the drum, rather.
It seems like they have info on this play in bathroom, as if Capcan can find a way to try and get one of these kills back, as QuQ are doing really well on the entries. They find the third without any trades coming back from the defensive side. As we've got to win those, we leave the IQ on 1 HP. That's the console lane, not being able to confirm the kill there. As he's going to regress, he's going to push his way back to highway, but into waiting defenders as they're using the shield against him. He's going to find the first. Can he find the second? The drop shot coming in from the IQ. And his army's going to think better of it than to push forward. But these are all isolated fights. Like you can see, the rings are going to come out. Doki, who's been electric so far this game, she's going to try and take this fight onto the remaining player. That's going to be a clean attack on that, like the third best bomb site, to take us into a map 3.
Yeah, and what did I predict in the beginning? It's going to be a 3-mapper. And it has been on both sides. Very good maps. It's 7-4, 7-4, so we're gonna make some coin flips now.
Yeah, but this is what you love to see, right? We love to see a map 3. We love to see a decider. So it's going to be very interesting to see how our decider goes. So we are going to take just a quick break before our map 3, just to give the players a break, because we've been playing for like a solid 2 hours. So we'll see you guys after the break.
And we're back, guys.
I was gonna say, welcome back after a long wait. We are back. It's good to be back. We're finally getting this last game going for you guys. Thank you for hanging in there with us. But yeah, we have finally got this last game going. So Kelstron, which way do you think it's gonna go? We finally got our decider. It is on border as well. We should see absolute carnage in the server because it is border. So like, which direction do you think it's gonna go in?
So, one important thing to know about what I'm gonna say now is that Cook won the coin flip on side. Both maps were 7-4, so we had to coin flip on side decision. Cook won the coin flip and they decided to go for attack. And this is very important because either this is going to be an overtime or Cook can win this. Because we've just now seen the strength they can convert in the second half of the map on the supposedly weak side. And yeah, if they are able to do that again, they've got a very big stone on the board here. And I don't know if that longer pause we had now was doing any good for WiT. Though they caused it. Let's be fair, they caused it. But
let's just set the story straight while we're
yeah,
starting so late.
Yeah. It's for once it's not a production issue. I mean, it was a production issue, but
No.
the cause
No, don't
the
worry about
cause,
that. No production issues.
the
It was
cause were the
mental
players.
warfare. We're gonna
The
go with this
cause were
mental
the players.
warfare between the
And
players.
important, there's another lineup swap for Valor Cook.
Okay.
We
Who
now
have they subbed
have
out this time?
instead of like we've just got one flowing spot. First they had Supper, and then they had Tessera, and now they have Kalar and Drake. So yeah, I mean, I still suspect it's a multi, and it's just the same guy on 3 accounts. But
Gotcha.
yeah,
Wouldn't make any sense why you want to switch them up, but yeah. But the good thing about this is it is on border. Like it's going to be completely. I'm hoping we see some aggressive peaks. We see some spawn peaks maybe. Like we've seen 2 very slow and methodical maps, and I want to see some like carnage. I can't lie to you. Like I want to see gunfights. I want to see people swinging. Like border's a map where, especially on the defense, you need to be very aggressive. So I'm hoping that like we just see absolute all-out warfare in the server right now, because especially after all the time we've been waiting, it'd be nice to have an exciting final map to show you guys between these 2 teams to figure out who can make it further in the competition.
oh, that's interesting. We've got a sentry with a shotgun. Shotguns, he said.
The thing
No,
is, shotguns are a lot stronger on console than they are on PC. Like they seem to be a cheat code on PC on console right now.
Nah, it's because they do more swinging.
Gotcha.
But we've now seen Cook is not the team that would unnecessarily swing.
I was gonna say, Ashley's gonna try and get a cheeky kill here. I thought she was gonna tap this barricade. Twitch is gonna take loads of damage trying to enter into this east balcony area. They've got a great. I love this drone, by the way. Like you can chuck this drone onto the roof. If you manage to make a little noise, they're gonna have no idea that there's the cam there, and they're gonna get so much info onto this open area. But this doc is just having none of it. He's tagged 2 players from this position, and I think he's gonna keep on swinging, which is the console way, right? Like you keep swinging, you either go down or you find the kill, right? So it's nice to. This is what I wanted to see. The aggression's coming in huge, as that's a great entry coming in from side of Cook. That SMG-12 has been doing wonders for, I would think it's Kyron on the Doki.
Yeah.
He has been slamming with that thing the whole series so far.
Yeah, it's actually impressive. Like the whole. Oh, Andre coming in with that very nice frag. Dern is following it up. Larry with another kill. Bob Bankus now active with the shotgun, getting fragged by a Larry from.
I was gonna say that shotgun is not gonna do anything at that kind of a range, and that's a like the patience is really good from Cook. Like I thought it was all over when like they lost the entry kill, but you know I think WiT just over swinging just a little bit, trying to win their gunfights, but just getting a little bit out fragged by Cook. So which leads them to take a great first round in this last map of the series.
Yeah, I'm very sorry. I think you just noticed I'm like it's getting worse.
Attackers need to locate and
But yeah.
defuse bombs.
No problem. I can try and carry us with this final map. It's no problem. We appreciate you coming, making a how do you explain covering for the league. The dedication to the cause is what we like to see. The main thing is you're here, right? You're here and you're casting with me, so
The,
it's
the
all
funny
good.
thing is, I should say that to you. Like
It's okay.
dedication to the cause and stuff, you know.
That's
But,
okay.
yeah.
The main thing is we're here. We've got a great final series. We have got a production crew able to showcase to the world like how these teams like to play. And so far, neither of these teams have disappointed. So it's been good.
And at this point, we want to thank our production and our observer here for pulling through with us until, I don't know, when this game is done, probably like 11:30.
Yeah, and thank you to all the viewers as well. I have to appreciate you guys for hanging through the tech break. Yeah, sometimes Siege is just Siege. But we are now back. We've got this round underway for you guys. So we are going to see a repeat on the bomb site. What do you want to see WiT do differently in this round to try and get them on the board?
I wouldn't say they did stuff wrong, if I'm honest with you. They played very aggressively, and I think that was the right way to go for first round. As we see Shinji here, getting that C4 kill out on Larry. Redemption day for round 1.
I was going to say, pretty sure that's a pre-placed nitro, right? On underneath to pick up the ace, and that's
Yeah,
a
that's
great first
possible.
kill. We spoke about this in between, I think, one of the breaks. Like, if you can get that first kill on one of these like important operators, like especially the hard bridge, you're not going to be able to open up the radio wall. You're not going to be able to open up like anything you want now, right? Like this wall's been electrified. There's no way in. So this is where we need to see QuQ sort of really problem solve here and try and find a way into like we should try and get in the building. Like they just haven't found a way in right now.
Yeah, it's but you always have that threat. I mean, by now we can probably figure out that many threats involve Kyron flanking or lurking on that OKB, right? And at one point just running in, getting 2 kills out. Now it's ESA getting that return frag on Andre, not return frag actually, getting that frag on Andre. Brava out at this point. Kyron making his way, never mind, not making his way up. Isan on the other end falling. Shinji getting that return on Isan, and ThankYou's closing it out.
That's a great round.
That first defense round for MG WiT.
It's lovely work for we win those. Is it no? Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever
we
it
win
takes.
those.
I was gonna say it's that's a team on PC that used to be around a while ago. But yeah, for whatever it takes, that's a great round to get them on the board. I think they played it really well. You know, winning their fights. And again, border. This is a map where it literally just comes down to like who wins their ones. There is some strategy that goes into it, but it's not nearly to the level of what we've seen on Skyscraper or on something like Clubhouse. There isn't as many steps you have to take. And the other thing I should mention is you can cheese a lot of these rounds. Like there is ways and means that you can rush and like I say cheese, they are legitimate rush strats that we've seen work at all levels of Siege. They work here in ESA, they work in Pro League. Just because we're on console doesn't change the fact that like because this map is so small, you can just like hit the site. Like again, we spoke about how like it's important to contest lots of map control, but one of the downsides is like they can just hit you on site, especially on we're not onto the bathroom site yet. Interesting that we're going to vents first. Have you got any opinions one way or the other? Like generally, I thought bathroom was considered the stronger site on the bottom floor.
It depends on how your team wants to play, right? So there's teams that don't like playing vents because of that high rush probability, right? But we have Monty and Blitz out, so I think that's fairly nice for all of WiT to actually play workshop in vents.
I think that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense. And it looks like we're going to see a vertical take coming in from the side of QuQ. I really like the lineup as well. We've got enough soft destruction to be able to make entries. It's a very aggressive peak. He doesn't know the player's gone prone as he's going to re-aggress onto the window. Vigil is going to think better of it as he pushes back to the suicide position. But like, there's a lot of util on the side of QuQ, which I really like. Like we've got lots of verticality on the Ram and the Buck, as well as a lot of soft destruction, as well as the roam clear ability on the Dokubi. It looks like we are just going to be parking up outside of the archives area of the map, as we're just going to see if we can get one of these defenders to over-aggress. But Legion's not going to do that at all, as he picks up the Ash, and that's some of that soft destruction gone, as the rest of the team is trying to find some of these opening picks to get the man count back even at least. And as I say that, Buck's going to get deleted. And they find a
And
second.
Kyron, that boss G being insane here. Gingy on the other end, falling. Two mankind. Now it's a 2v4 situation. I would lie if I said I would never see a team lose those.
I was like, he's gone prone, and that's his third in the round. The headshot
He was
with
just
the
lying
SG.
there.
Yeah, nice little bit of unpredictability. You know, no one's gonna expect you to be prone right there. As now Ram's got it all to do in this 1v4. A couple of players low HP if she can make something happen. This Vigil's hungry for the 4K, as it's going to look completely their
I
direction.
just wanted to say
as,
that was just like Ishak, the kid, the wonder kid, now wanting the kill too much again.
I was going to say, that's what we call an info peek, right? Like, you're peeking just to see like if we can find something. And now that we've got the info on this last player is, the Echo Drone's going to be a real nuisance as well. As Echo is going to swing with that information. It's just going to run away, apparently. Just decides.
With that bugged running
Peace
animation,
out, yeah.
it looks so goofy, man.
Peace out, I'm out. Is now going to take the fight again. Like, Legion, bro, just run away. There's no need to contest this.
Oh, that's reinforced, brother.
I was gonna say, if we give this kill away, Ram's got no idea. Legion, bro, you gotta win these. The kills actually come out from below, from the Belusi. Very interesting decisions being made from the Legion. Maybe just being bait for his teammates below. But Legion just midway in the fight deciding, peace out, I've had enough of this. But that's really good work from WiT. It just came down to the entries, especially that boss G, just being a menace of a weapon, letting that player find a couple of entries for their team.
Yeah, I mean, Ishak, the guy is hungry as always, but yeah, wanting too much. I wouldn't say it was an info peak. I would say it was a stupid peak. They had Echo Drones.
I was trying to be nice. I was trying to be nice.
Waste the Echo Drone. No, don't be nice to them. This is console. No need to be nice.
I see. So you can be ruthless here on console. I see how it is.
They are ruthless to you in game chat. Just keep that in mind.
Gotcha. But yeah, you're spot on. Like it was there was no need to go on that little hunt, but I think these players just getting bored wanted something to do in the last 10 seconds. So, but yeah, this is very close. This is what we wanted from our final. Like we got a very close game so far. I would hope it continues that way. I never like to see one team run away with it. It makes it much less exciting to watch. So hopefully if this game stays just as even it is, we'll have a really exciting final map for you guys today.
I sure hope so as well. Though now we are just building up for our third spot, which is gonna be
bathroom side, right?
I'm sorry, bedroom.
Oh, yeah. I was bedroom? Bathroom.
Bathroom. I'm sorry. It's getting too late. I've worked 9 hours today. I am sick and tired of this shit.
It's been a long day. It has been a long day. But like, I want to see a rush strat come out at least once. Like, surely one of these teams is gonna pull out a little rush for us. Bathroom is the most common. We've seen, especially in Pro League, you can just jump in the window, you can plant backwards to the fuse shield, you can cover it with a glass. There's a number of options you've got available to you. As that's a great entry coming out. Did he get a double with the nade? Canada getting a nice little double with the nade to open up 3 kills for the side of QuQ, as the entry work is like just insane. The info, I think, from the skylight. I was gonna say, clip it and ship it, as they're gonna keep the ball rolling, as it's gonna be a 1v5 for Mute. He's got it all to do, as I don't see this round being very successful. As the Mute's actually upstairs, he's not even on the bomb site, and that's a flaw. Hogmat just after the final kill comes in, but that's a flawless round from the side of QuQ, and that's gonna be amazing for their confidence too. You've just, like, bro, it's flawless. You did everything perfect. What more could you want?
And not only was it flawless, but you got 2 simultaneous kills with 1 grenade. In year 10.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, even post nerf,
they didn't cook it. He didn't cook it.
I was gonna say, whatever he's bounced it off or lined it up from, the defenders had no idea it was coming. I really want to say it's from the skylight, but I can't tell you because we didn't see it. But if they use the info from the skylight, because like you can bounce nades off of weird angles off the skylight to get the nades into suicide. So I'm praying that's the like really cool lineup that they used, but obviously because we didn't see it, we can't confirm. But either way, it's really, really well played. And the other thing to mention is this map is like just a little bit attacker side. So unlike the previous map where like you need to make use of like the more advantageous side, on this map it doesn't really matter. Like you can win the game on either side. Like it's ever so slightly attacker favored from the leagues as well as Montreal Major, but like you can basically win the game on either half. Like I don't think it really matters what side you're playing. However, I would probably argue that on this map, most teams would rather attack it. I think the preference is in ranked, especially in like all levels of play. It's just more fun to attack this map than it is to defend it. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I would go with getting 2 defenses here. Is quite good already. Because for console, it's like the thing is, sides that make fun on PC are usually heavily favored on console. Because they if they have fun, they win rounds. If they win rounds, they have passion, and passion is 90% of the game in console.
100%. I think that makes a lot of sense. As there's going to be a little surprise coming in for the Goyo here, as this Blackbeard is going to edge his way. He's actually going to jump straight in, but they find the Goyo canister being popped is actually going to take out, like, they popped the Goyo canister as they moved into the bomb site. That's actually going to get one of their own players killed. That's crazy.
I didn't understand anything here.
Basically, just a full send into CC, and they've been shut out completely by
That
WiT
was
here.
flawless, by the way, but the game
Yeah, it
didn't
show
care.
us. Yeah, so WiT basically having a really, I didn't see anything massively, what do you say, innovative from the side of WiT. Just looked like a pretty standard CC hole to me. And I think QuQ just decided we're going to full send it. We're going to change the pace up, and it's not worked the way they thought it would. You saw that long angle being held by the Goyo.
Yeah.
Sorry, by the Vigil to cover the Goyo to find the entry, or one of the 4 entries that WiT managed to find.
Yeah, and then the Goyo, of course, swinging around, getting that 1 to 2 kills that were still standing on the catwalk there, and yeah, makes it pretty easy for WiT to get that 3rd round in their pocket.
Yeah,
Now they've
100%.
done their job on the first 6 rounds.
Yeah, I think you'd be very happy with a 3-3 split on your defense. Like if it even goes 4-2, you'll probably be even happier. As I said, it's very hard to tell which way is the advantage for these teams. This running animation looks so goofy, by the way. Like I know we've mentioned it a few times, but like it just looks really goofy.
Yeah.
So it's funny to see how players are running around. But this is where I think if you're on the side of QuQ, you just want to play it. You just want to keep your head like this. You know, you're playing well. You're not playing that bad. Just keep it together. See what you want to do. But it's interesting that we're not going to get a rush. Like I really wanted one of these rounds them to bring out like a kind of cheese pocket strat to get the bomb down really quickly, but we're not going to see it as they are going for. I don't quite tell what the take's going to be from the operators. It looks like we're just going to play for the vibes and sort of see what we can find. As that's really bad timing on the ace. As Vigil continues to be a menace, and is going to find the first entry in this round.
Yeah, Larry finding his nemesis. Oh, Isan deciding not to shoot. But it's Andre getting that next kill in his face. Ishak with that boss G. Man, take this weapon away from him.
I was going to say, this operator has just become a demon now. Like, it's crazy how many people are bringing it. Lucy just overstaying her welcome a little bit. Just 'cause he's going to get tagged here and there. But this 3v5 is going to be massively hard work for the side of QuQ. There's not much utility left. We still have 3 Grimbies and 4 Intello drones. As Chiron is going to find one back onto the Goyo. And is immediately traded by that boss G that we've been talking about so much. The Echo drone making really good use of recon for his players. And yeah, it's these rounds just not falling the way of QuQ. They just couldn't seem to get anything going, and it's mainly down to that boss G. He's 9-3 through 6. Yeah, through 6 rounds. He's basically got a kill and a half every single round. As like this is just so well played from WiT. They've got bodies everywhere. Any which way QuQ are trying to go, there's someone from the side of WiT waiting for them. And just the echo drones on top of it, just to make it even more annoying. I think for the next minute and a half, we're just going to see this as almost like a tag timeout. for the side of QuQ. They can just bait outside for a minute, discuss as a team how they want to play their own defense, and sort of prepare for the next half of the game. As I say that though, there is lots of time as Warden's going to put that shotgun to use as Kyron takes that pump to the face. And Lucy's going to clear everything up for us, a little bit of teabagging as well, just to assert their dominance once again. And yeah, but 3-3 at the half swap. 3-3 at the half swap?
4-4.
2-4 at the half swap, sorry. I don't think either team are going to be too worried with the scoreline, let's say.
Yeah, well, it depends on how QuQ wants to defend, right? Because as we already know, which is a team that strives with confidence. And if they find that confidence on attack, it's better than finding confidence on defense, in my opinion.
Defenders protect your bombs.
So
Yeah, I think so. Because like on the attack, right, you've got to take it to the defenders. How do you
yeah,
explain?
exactly. So you need to be confident in some way.
Pressure's on you to make sure like you want to be aggressive and like put pressure onto the defense that has been brought. So I think but the problem is WiT are now on the attack. So like if WiT can come out swinging like they did in the last map, where like they just keep steamrolling these rounds, then I think WiT can really start to run away with this score. It's going to be a case of a map like Border. The good thing is the defense can be just as aggressive. So as we just spoke about how aggressive WiT can be, if QuQ can show that they want to be aggressive and they can halt the attack like right at the front line, it can be just as effective for both teams. Like aggression on this map specifically is rewarded it's just massively rewarded. Like it's good to be aggressive on either side, especially on this map.
Yeah, what I find very curious is the fact that Ishak is such a boss G demon, but doesn't take Dokaibi.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Yeah, it's like that's what Kino's for, right? Is it Kino? How do I say it?
Sorry?
Who's been using Boss G and Doki on the side of WiT? Like
Kyron.
Kyron, that's right. Yeah.
Normally.
He's definitely taken it. He's absorbed that role. He's like, every round I get, I'm going to use that Boss G.
Yeah, but that's like attack strats, right? But now it's Mankai on that vigil, using that boss G. So, thank you.
Yeah.
Nice idea, going onto that corner, not being able to be flipped by that FNAT.
I was going to say, this is the same crossfire that we saw QuQ had to attack. You basically put one player in CC just to waste some time in utility, which they are going to now fall off, and smartly so. You've done your job, you wasted some time. As I don't know where Frost has just got tagged from. I think it's from the top east balcony area as the triple wall to office.
Catwalk area.
Catwalk. Yeah, so that triple wall's going to get open and is going to force the defenders back just a little bit. Keep an eye on Vigil. We'll see if he can flank later on, as it looks like we've got full CC control, and Blackbeard's going to get a great entry onto the Goyo that was playing in Fountain, and it'll be interesting to see where we want the take to come in. That's great work from WiT to find another, as they stack the kill feeds all orange.
My god!
Hogma might be the saving grace, as Vigil's left alone all on the flank. As soon as he finds the first one, it should give the game away that he's on the flank, but all the timing for it is going to watch out. He's going to get downed as the boss will hit his mark. Vigil to confirm his exit frag, but really well played from the side of WiT to swarm onto the last player, and just getting into CC, giving them all the control they needed to find the entries, has paid off so well for them.
Yeah, and that's confidence. That is confidence, and they need to keep that ball rolling.
I was going to say they're snowballing rounds here. Like they're 3 rounds clear, and this is where, as soon as you get like up to match point, we might see a speed run of a map here. Like it seems like WiT, as you mentioned, they're just playing with passion. Like they're finding the kills, they're walking into the building, walking with confidence. And this is where QuQ need to dig deep. You got to remember, this is it. There is no more maps after this. You haven't got any time to sort of feel sorry for yourself. You need to sort of slap yourself across the cheeks and wake up a little bit, because otherwise we are going to get steamrolled if we don't do something about this aggression that WiT are bringing. One of the positives I can say for QuQ is it was looking good in the early rounds. Like they understood well when to fall off, and I think just once they fell back to the site, it's just the pressure of where the attack. Like this map's not very big, right? Like when you do fall back to site, there's not very much space, unlike Skyscraper, between the control you've given to the attack and the bomb site itself. So it's much easier to overpeak and give the attack some entry kills once you've fallen back to site. But the positive I want to draw from it is QuQ understood the timing really, really well. Like, they understood we've pressured CC, we've wasted enough time at that point in the map, and it was they didn't give any bodies like on the run or off site. So like it was good decision making, but then it was a little bit of a poor decision making later on in the round.
Yes, and speaking
Byron,
of it,
he's already been
check.
taken out. Starman for side of QuQ already going down. That isn't with the boss G off the board as well. As yeah, Bravo's going to get a great opening kill here. As this looks like an East take that we're now gearing up for. These gridlocks are going to go out to make sure the the defenders cannot retake East. And it's going to be a question of, as I say that, Brava is going to get traded back, so that's not ideal. As Blackbeard's walking in reloading, as this is not ideal, the pressure's going to come in, they are going to find him. He finds a double onto the player playing the breach as well, and now this is looking really tough for the remaining two players on the side of QuQ. Blackbeard putting immense pressure onto these positions. As he's going to get his feet tagged, Frost should be able to find this. As a little bit lax from the Blackbeard, just stop moving, bro, the shield will protect you. As that is going to make this slightly more winnable.
Yeah, this is not Blitz Shield, bro.
That's a great kill from the Goyo onto the multiplayer. But the trade's going to come back in as the bomb is going down. The cover is there from the gridlock as Ace is going to get tagged on his way out. But this should be a pretty good post-plant situation for the side of WiT as they can just play these long angles. You don't need to peek, bro. The diffuser's down, but gridlock is going to
yeah, but not peeking would not be fun.
Yeah, 100%. It makes it more exciting for us watching because if the defender finds that first kill, anything could happen from there. But WiT is not going to let that happen as they are going to go match point up in our final map to take the series 2-1. So we need QuQ to dig deep here if they want to continue in this tournament.
Yeah, now it's do or die. QuQ needs to win 4 rounds. No mistakes. In a map that's traditionally attacker sided, just hard. It's just hard.
I was going to say, I think QuQ are really starting to fall apart a little bit here. It's sad to see. I thought we'd have a more exciting final map, but you have to give it to WiT. They are being sped run here a little bit. Like WiT are pulling these rounds together and just winning in a convincing fashion. That Rouse round on the positive was a lot closer. It wasn't nearly as one-sided. Like you sort of go from like a 4v2 down to a 2v2. So it's not it's not as one-sided as the scoreline might say, but like WiT, just that confidence is paying off wonders for. So I have a question for you as we see this round start. What do you think of the shields now that they've been nerfed? Do you think they're still as strong? Do you think they're not as strong? How annoying have you finding these shields currently?
Well, shields have kind of become a meme, right?
Yes.
Because take 1 and it's meta, take 2 and you're having fun, take 3 and one of you must be trolling, take 4 and you're all out of your mind. And now there's 5.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they can't kill you as easily anymore, which is a very good thing. But they are still very strong. You can see that with the bans, right? Insta-ban Blitz, Insta-ban Monty.
I was about to say it's much better from QuQ. Sorry to cut you off there, but like they found the first entry kill, but it's been traded right back as this Blackbeard's going to do a 360 to make sure he does not get shot in the back. But these kills are flying in from WiT. As there's only 2 players left to find. He finds the first, and there's only 1 player left to keep the dreams alive of QuQ. They are going to not be able to find any of the kills onto the attackers, and that's an insane victory coming in from WiT as they stomp QuQ to take a 7-2 lead and win the series 2-1 on our final map. So they will be progressing further into the tournament. We are not going to see any GGs in chat because this is console and you can't do that yet, which is really annoying. But I'm sure these guys will be saying,
GG. Ogon, type GG. Go.
This is where GGs in chat as Team WiT. Whatever it takes will be progressing into the next. How do you say?
Wait a second.
Your camera's
Here I
moved
am.
But yeah, they will be progressing into the next stage of the tournament. So we are going to show you guys the bracket quickly. So let me just bring up it on my end as well. So yeah, we show you guys the bracket. in a second. So yeah, what did you think of the final map? Like, unfortunately, Team Cook just fell apart a little bit. They didn't really rise to the occasion, but it was great to watch. Like, it was a great performance from
Yeah.
WiT, and I'd maybe recommend that whoever these guys are playing next, as we're going to show you soon. There we go. So as we show you, I'd probably recommend that. Yeah, don't take these guys to border. They seem pretty good. So yeah, any last comments on the final map that we just watched?
So I didn't expect Cook to fall apart like that on the second six. But yeah, it happened. And not really much to add there. I mean, the performance speaks for itself. It's again, I had a right prediction. Yeah. Because I'm known as the predict master.
Gotcha.
Huh.
I was going to say, WiT were the favourites to win from our predictions as well. It was a 60-40
Yeah,
split,
yeah,
I believe. So WiT
yeah.
proving all of those all of the staff predicting, most of the staff, I should say, predicting this one correctly. It's a shame that, Cook couldn't do more in their final map.
Yeah,
But yeah, it
but I
was,
mean, I wouldn't focus on that border game at all because yeah, I mean, if we look at the time, it's 10 p.m. for us, it's 9 p.m. for many of the players. They've been playing for 3 hours, and at some point, it's just getting exhausting, right?
yeah, it's been
So
a
I
long
wouldn't
day.
I wouldn't take too much, and we've seen on Skyscraper what they can do if they are focused. So I mean, I wouldn't take too much. I would just say GG, go with it. Um, it was nice to have Cook here as always, and yeah, sadly it's time for them to go. But
Yeah.
having a look at our next match, it will be on Monday next week, which is going to be Silent Family versus Wolfgang upper bracket final time. Yeah.
Yeah, so the winner of that will take us into the grand final of ESA Season 9. So yeah, we got some spicy games coming up for you next week for the remaining games of the playoffs, and we'll have to see which of these teams can pull off a sort of a miracle lower bracket one. We might see WiT in the final if they manage to beat everyone in the lower bracket and work their way up against it'll be the winner of the game we just showed you. We'll have to see
Yeah.
which of the lower bracket teams will manage to fight their way through that lower bracket and join the winner of that game in the final.
So I would
So
enjoy another lower bracket drop match between MVG and WIT.
100%. So keep an eye out
That
for that.
would
We'll
be
have to
very
see.
interesting. And also LDL is definitely a team to watch out. So, but yeah, let's not go into too much detail because it's getting late, guys.
Yeah.
We are tired,
So
you are tired, the players are tired, everyone is tired.
everyone's tired. So yeah, I'm going to
And
sign us out, I think,
yeah.
if that's okay with you.
Yeah, go ahead.
So Kelstron, it was a pleasure casting with you. I think it was great fun today. We had a great game to watch. I hope your voice recovers as well. I know it's not been the best recently. Thank you to all the staff. Thank you to our producer and observer for making this possible. And then thank you to you guys as well for watching. Obviously, we're putting this all on so you guys can enjoy the games as much as we can. So thank you to everyone involved and thank you for watching. And we'll see you guys on Monday for the next game. So see you when we see you.